What's good? Welcome back to another edition of Talk That Talk podcast. I go by the name of Bacon. I got my co-host with me.
Man, you know me, man. I'm in the building, boy. I'm just excited, though, man.
Why are you excited?
Because, man, you see who our guest is, boy?
Stop.
You see who our guest is, boy? What the hell?
Since you so excited, I'm going to let you introduce our guest since you this excited right now.
I am so, this is.
I'm going to tell Isaiah you wasn't that excited when he was here. I'm going to tell him next time we...
I was.
Different type of excitement.
Different kind of excitement.
No,
man.
you're right. It's our sister right here.
Man,
It's our sister.
listen. We got I guess we could say now a Fresno legend.
Yes.
One of the best at her profession.
Yes.
One of the best in the business.
Yes.
Stop it.
Miss Carmen is
Yeah,
in the building.
what's up?
B95, stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me. Honestly, I when I saw you guys first get it going, I was like, I really like this vibe that you guys got going on. And then I see you guys growing as the months were going by, and I see you could stay consistent. I was like, okay, I like this. So when you hit me up, I was like, let's do this.
I love
You
that.
gotta do it.
That's one of the best things. You know, I met Carmen 2017, 18.
Man, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute, and you know, her energy has always been pure. The vibe has always been nice.
Thank you.
So it was just like, yeah, man, we got to bring her on the show. It's that
yeah,
simple.
man. I've been knowing Carmen for so long. I interned
Yeah.
at B95 when she was there. They used to have your boy do all
The stupid stuff.
The stupid stuff. I enjoyed it. It was pretty fun though. In the morning, it was lit. Getting up early. It was great times.
Hey,
great
that early schedule's kind of crazy, huh?
I know.
Yeah.
It was.
And you be up.
It was. They
you
was
you
up.
have to.
You be up.
And if you're not up, that we wake you up
Yeah.
at some point. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
You be
had
up
to
because
be up.
you do the 7. You basically on from 7 to 2.
I'm on from 6 in the morning to 10 with the morning show, and then from 10 to 3 now.
10 to 3. Okay.
So the times did change. We used to do a little bit different. It was like 5 to 10, and then 10 to 2. But then they extended. They extended both of my shows. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That means you're doing
Yeah,
great
man,
things.
they want you on the radio.
Doing great things.
I'm honestly surprised. I'm like, you guys aren't tired of hearing me talk? Because I feel like at some point people got to be like, oh, this girl again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
Because it's a lot, especially when you're the only one there. So in the morning, I used to be with 3. Remember, it was 3 of us.
Yep.
And then it became 2. So, okay, it's a little bit more of me. And then in the middays, it's just me. So I'm like, they got to be tired of me, or they got to feel like, all right, I'm done with you. But, it's been consistent with me. The people have been showing love and support for so many years. At first, it didn't start off like that, though.
Fact.
It was kind of rough, especially because I came from LA. People were like, I didn't know there was a whole rival thing going on. But LA and Fresno, I didn't know that.
It was a
It was a
rivalry.
rivalry. LA and Fresno.
Wait,
What?
listen. In the beginning, when I first got here, I was so proud of where I was from
Right.
that I would always say it.
Yeah.
So I would always be like anything, if it was sports related, if it was food related,
Facts.
I would always, and it came naturally for me to talk like that,
That's what you're supposed to do. We from LA, so
Gotta
that's
rep
what we're
the
going to
city.
say.
Yeah. And then I kept getting vibes when I was starting to meet people, because at that point I was still an intern.
Okay.
So when I was starting to meet people, I was like, I don't think they like that I say LA a lot. Because they would be like, where's the last girl that was there? And it was Mo that was on before me.
Shout out to Mo.
Yeah, shout out Mo. And then before that, it was another girl named Margarita. So they would be like, where are they at? Where are they at? And I'm like, okay. And they would tell me, they'll call up and they'll be like, all right, she's cool and all, but where's Mo?
Wow.
Or they didn't like me.
Damn.
Let's just say that.
They didn't really like them LA vibes.
They didn't. And I was like, I didn't understand what it was. And then I was like, oh, I'm speaking too much. I'm showing LA too much love. And they're like, girl, you're in Fresno now. And it was true. I just didn't
Right, I
know
feel
the
that.
transition,
Yeah.
That we tired of that shit. Okay.
Yeah, girl.
Get it together. Okay.
Get it together.
You have moved on.
Yeah. And then after a couple years too, I was like, all right, I can't. I mean, I could be proud of where I'm from,
Right.
but I can't always speak on that.
You got to embrace the new.
That's 1,000.
Yeah. And I did.
Well, talking about LA.
Yes.
Growing up, can you touch on where you grew up at, high school, and all that good jazzy stuff that came with that?
Yeah, because you a LA native, and I know they
Yeah.
was mad at you for
The
saying
young- the
LA.
young Carmen.
So you got to at least tell us.
Yeah,
So
the
I
young
was
Carmen.
I was born in East LA.
Ooh.
So I was born in East LA. Definitely was
Yes.
where all my people were at. And growing up, I always knew, or I felt like, I don't know, I didn't feel like I was an outcast. I didn't feel like I was a minority because we were all minorities, you know?
It's the culture at that time.
Yeah. And so then we moved to La Puente, then we moved to El Monte, then we moved to Baldwin Park. So we were moving around like the areas there. And eventually we landed in Covina, which is where I went to school. So after East LA, I think I did the first couple of years of elementary school in LA, and then I went to Covina, which is about I would say 30-minute drive. 40,
without traffic.
Yeah.
You got to say that. You got to say that.
You know what? It's different. Yeah.
You tell somebody 30 minutes and then it take them an hour and 40.
For
You
real.
like, bro, I thought you said it was
Because you know,
without
LA will say you need 6 miles, but it's going to take you 28 minutes.
Yeah.
6 miles, 6 to get to.
And that's a big difference. Like, because the thing is, when I moved here, I was like, I would compare it. So I would be like, okay, it's like from Clovis to Fresno, it's like 20 minutes. Or from Sanger, because I live in Sanger, right? From Sanger to Clovis, that's like going from LA to where the Staples Center is to Baldwin Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's how I would tell when people come visit.
Yeah.
I'd be like, it's only like a 25-minute drive. It's like Staples Center to Baldwin Park. And they'll be like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. And then they would see there's no traffic. So they wouldn't, like, they would trip out. Like, okay, so it was exactly that 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's starting to get traffic here. Like,
Yeah, a little bit.
Certain times.
Certain times.
We're starting to reach where them peak hours are starting to become peak hours.
Yeah.
And you got to navigate.
People back outside, man.
Yeah.
They've been in the house for so long.
I like when it was ghost town. When I remember the pandemic first hit and I drove.
There was nobody on the freeway.
I was like, is this the apocalypse?
No, didn't it feel weird? Like
legitimately driving, like, because I remember, because I think I'm going to go get a haircut. I got my son in the car, and I'm in the streets, and I was down here. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, there's nobody on the street.
There was nobody in the street.
It was weird. It was very weird. So Fresno, so LA.
Yeah, then I was in high school. Yeah, so in Covina, I went to Northview. I actually left my sophomore year. My dad moved out here because of radio. So my dad does Spanish radio.
Okay.
And he was doing radio in LA. Yeah, so my dad was doing radio in LA. And we only moved around that much because of his career.
Okay.
So he was doing Spanish radio in LA, and then he got hired in Fresno. And then in Fresno, which I was like, what the fuck is that? When I swear, I had never heard of Fresno. I had never heard of anything.
Facts.
And then also I was young. I was in high school, you know?
Real
so I was
talk.
like, Fresno, what is that? So when he moved out here, it was like he was going to see how it goes. And if it went well, then we would all move over there. But of course, you know, you're in high school. You're like, you don't want to leave your friends.
Right,
You don't want
for
to leave
sure.
like the people that you know.
1000%.
You already kind of.
Yeah. I was like, I want to graduate with my people. So when my dad moved, he was like, all right, yeah, it looks like we're going to end up staying over here. And I was like, oh, no. So they left, and my sister stayed out there. So I was like, I'm going to stay with them until I can graduate, you know?
Okay.
And that didn't happen because my parents were like, hell no, you're not staying over there. Like, you got to come over here. So I come to Sanger, and then I'm like, okay, for real though, where are people? Like, there's nobody out here. It seemed dead to me. And when we were driving over here, I was like, or driving to Sanger, I was like, there's no buildings. There's like cows, and all I saw was like a desert almost. And it was getting depressing. I was like, and I was young too. I was like, wow, Dad, like you're just gonna bring us here.
Facts.
You know what the fuck is
city
this?
Lights.
Facts.
City lights.
Yeah.
The glamours, the buildings.
So much going on in LA, and then you come to a place where it's like, you know, farm town, damn near.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So I was depressed for a little bit, but then I ended up going.
She said I was depressed.
Did y'all see how casual she said?
I was depressed for a little bit, just
But-
a little bit.
But you know, like high school depression is so stupid. It's like so different than what it is now. Like as an adult, I was like, wow, I was really depressed at a junior in high school, you know? But I ended up going to Sanger High for a semester, and then because I had a cousin that went there, because you know I'm Mexican, I got cousins everywhere. So we had a cousin in Sanger, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. That's why Dad wanted to move to Sanger, because he had a cousin there. So he had an aunt there. So we ended up moving to Sanger, and then I went to the high school there. Instantly, nobody liked me, and again, it was because
What's up with this theme right here?
Hey,
Nobody
I don't know.
likes
we
Carmen
need to go
right
back
here.
in time, and
I
I
don't
need
know.
y'all to take all that back.
Yeah, what's up with this? Nobody likes Carmen.
No, well, now it's different because some of those people that didn't like me came around after they started hearing my name. Yeah,
Got you.
But they were more like, who the fuck is Carmen? Because you know, is Nancy is my real name.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Nancy?
So Yeah, Nancy. You guys didn't know that?
No.
No, we did not know you were Nancy.
Yep.
No.
I was born and raised Nancy.
Nancy.
Yes.
Nancy.
Yeah. I don't look like a Nancy, huh? Now that you guys know me as Carmen.
You do not look like a
no
Nancy.
damn Nancy.
Yeah.
No, real talk. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, I'm not even
Really?
close to a Nancy.
I ain't gonna even know you
Okay,
as
if my
Nancy.
name wasn't Carmen, what would you think it was?
Carmen.
If it wasn't Nancy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I was gonna
Really?
say. I would say either.
You could be a Tatiana.
What?
Tatiana.
Tati.
No,
You could be a
No.
Tati. That's a Tati.
No.
Because you'll shorten it
No,
every time.
I
Nobody
would
ever
say.
it.
I would say a Maria or.
Wow, that's worse
Really?
than Carmen.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
worse than. That's why they named me
Wait.
Carmen. You know
Wait,
that.
wait.
The homie said Maria.
Maria.
Maria is or Claudia.
Claudia.
What about
Okay,
Claudia?
Claudia, I can see that.
I
Claudia.
said, I
Is that a
said
little bit better?
Tatiana just because no
Tatiana.
no one goes by Tatiana.
Yeah,
They
no
all
one
go by
does like
Tati.
Tati
So that's
or-
what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
been shortened. You
Yeah.
too cool to be.
Tatiana.
When
to
I
be a
was going to
full
the club,
name.
my name was always Tiffany. So you were kind of close.
Oh,
You know, like-
Tiffany. I've
gotta
never.
get
With the
fake
I?
name.
You know what's crazy?
With the I or the A and Y.
A-N-Y.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy though? I've never heard a Latina named Tiffany before. I've never met a Tiffany before.
No, I've never been.
You're
not,
right.
Not,
Real
not
talk.
a Latina Tiffany.
that
Not a
was my-
Latina Tiffany.
That was
Deadass.
my go-to at the club, yeah, for sure. When I started going to the club, my name was Tiffany. Like we had different names. It was.
You
either-
knew she
Why-
was around some black folks
So
to
why-
come up with Tiffany.
Yeah, you're right.
Can you that we hear? Can you touch on why girls got to go with these?
Fake
Fake
names.
names?
Yeah, like why? Who introduced you to the fake name game? Because
I wanna know.
it's like cultural though.
This
like,
is.
Yeah.
This is big deal.
This is real. Like
I honestly think it's because I mean I was 18 years old when I first started going to the clubs out here.
Oh,
That was kind of young,
yeah,
right?
man.
What
18
clubs-
I was,
what
I
clubs
was in the club
18?
at 18, so like in the Fresno.
Like the Red Room, right?
we didn't go
Okay.
to that. That's before me.
Before you, okay.
Yeah.
So
I was at State, so I was going to all
Yeah,
the college parties.
yeah.
well, listen, I was around there because the thing is when I was 18, I was in radio already as an
Yeah.
intern.
Okay.
So I would go to the clubs that our station would go to, and those were the 18 and over spots. Some were 21 and over, but I couldn't go to those obviously.
Right.
But I was like, I felt like I was a baby going into these clubs. But when I was meeting other interns, you know, Cookie, she was an intern.
If I see her face,
Yeah, you probably would. Well, her name's Cookie. She was obviously more experienced than me because she came up with this whole concept of you got to come up with a name.
Okay.
When you're at the club.
shout out to Cookie.
Yeah, shout out to Cookie.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cookie.
She was like, yeah, you know, you really don't have to give them your real name. I was like, you're right. I don't. He's like, if you want some free drinks and they're talking to you, if you feel comfortable, tell them your real name. If not,
Okay.
like, go with Cookie. And I was like, okay, mind you, again, I was a baby, so I really didn't know, like, going out to the club, what it was like, getting drinks, none of that. I didn't know any of
Makes
that.
sense.
So then I would stick. Then when I got comfortable, I'd be like, all right, y'all, tonight I'm Tiffany, or tonight I'm Kimberly, or
So
like,
she
you
was
know,
just coming up with a
Oh,
game
wow.
now.
Yeah.
She had about how many? Okay,
She
was the
this is what I gotta
Avengers
know.
of names.
How many names did you have? You
Do
came up
you
with.
believe? How many names do you believe?
Yes,
Can
that you
remember
came
it?
up
No,
with.
just those two.
Just those two?
Because I had to remember so I could feel comfortable enough.
Oh, yeah, so
and
you
so
have to say
also
it.
my friends could remember what to
Yeah.
call me.
What
you
they
know?
call you?
Because
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna lie. When I finally got to Vegas, this is 20.
See, you probably made up some names
I
too.
did. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold you. Finally got to Vegas 2013. My first year going to Vegas. I went as Max.
Max.
No,
Max.
why'd you go with Max?
Yeah, I gotta know
I got
that.
you.
Why
so
Max?
Spider-Man, No Way, it was not No Way Home, Far From
Stop.
Home. Jamie Foxx is like my favorite character of all time.
Yeah.
Like he was my guy, and he was Max Dillon, and that was his name before he became Electro.
Oh,
So
okay.
I went with the whole Max Dillon, and so then because the homies still call me DJ, right? Because my actual name
Yeah.
is Dewan for
Yeah.
most people who don't know. So everybody
Yeah.
called me DJ. So I went with Max Dillon Jr. So then the homies can always keep the DJ. But when we in Vegas, I was Max when I introduced myself. So I had a whole, I had it thought out.
So did you think that that people were gonna give you fake names anyway? Is that why you were like, I'm just gonna give?
Nah, it was because I was out here doing the wrong thing.
It felt good though, right? Like technically they didn't know everything about you. You were in
but
Vegas.
but my thing was because I was out here not being up to no good.
Yeah.
So I had to be a different person just in case
feel
things
it.
start to hit the fan. So I'll be like, I don't know.
That's true.
Who the hell is Max?
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna go
Yeah.
with. Like, I
Oh,
don't know.
that's smart.
That's smart
Come
though.
on, man.
That's
Yeah.
smart.
I was right. I had to,
I went
Did you
by
know it?
John McAdoo III. That was my name.
No, you didn't.
Never changed it up.
Shut up.
I swear to you. John
Wait.
McAdoo III. I'm so serious, John. They be like, what's your
John?
name? John McAdoo III.
See, now why'd you come up with fake names?
Because look,
You're
when I was
also up to no good.
no,
Yeah.
because I knew they was fibbing. And they was playing the game, so I had to play the game too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
your homegirls would tell you guys that that's what to do.
Well, I heard about it just because I grew up around a lot of females, so you keep your ear to the soil.
That's true.
Right.
So you hear, you feel me, aunties and even my mom. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you hear these things. You feel me? So when you hear these things, you be like, oh, okay, so the fake name thing is for real.
Yeah.
No, it's real.
Yeah.
I got 4 sisters, so that's why I got it from.
see, yeah.
My sisters was putting me up on a lot of games. Was like, and that's how I know. Like it's a protection piece because it's a lot of creeps out there. I ain't gonna hold you.
It is, yeah.
And so if they know your real name, they'll Google you.
Bitch.
And back then they
yeah.
didn't have a Google, so they had the yellow pages. They'll try to find you in the
No,
yellow
for real.
pages. There's
it
a lot of creeps.
Yeah, and I didn't even think of any of that. Honestly, I was so dumb. Like I made some like dumb decisions in the past.
I mean, that's
Well, that's part of
life.
growing up, though.
It is, and some of the stuff you ever think of, like, damn, if your parents found out about some of the dumb shit you did.
Hey, I ain't even gonna
That's
talk
not
about
Right,
it.
like,
because my mama
right?
gonna watch the show.
I'm telling you. So I would do things, and now that I'm a parent, I'm like, trust me, I'm like, nah, I know you're lying.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
You got that. It's that instinct
Because
that
you
ain't
know
left yet.
what you
man.
did,
Man,
yeah.
come
See,
on.
but first of all, I just want to clarify that I did not come up with fake names to do what they were doing.
Wait. Time out.
They were the inspiration for the fake names.
How you
Okay,
gonna throw us under the bus like that?
they were the reason why I did what I did because
See,
they
look.
would warn me about people like them.
No.
Max over here.
I had that name after especially when I went to Vegas. When my first time going to Vegas, they said don't tell them your real name.
Yeah, that's what
funny.
I was told.
I was like, why? I
That's
said,
funny.
why not? Because I used to tell people, yo, Day, babe,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yep.
But then it was like, bro, don't tell them your real name.
You're right.
I said, why not? Why you don't tell them? Because they ain't telling you their real name.
Yeah.
So you got to play the game.
Exactly.
And so from there, when I go out now, I'll just be like, yo,
Yeah.
John
So
McAdoo
that's
the
why I said I
third.
went with Max Dillon Jr. And I had a whole persona. So if the homies ever called me DJ, they'd be like, a chick be like, DJ, like, yeah, man, Dillon Jr. That's how that works. But I go by Max.
Crazy.
And no one. And the craziest thing is like, no one ever asked to see like your ID.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Like no one
did.
ever
No.
asked to see ID because I'm not. Even whatever girl
Yeah.
ever gave me her name, I'ma just roll with it. Like,
Yeah, I'm rolling with it.
I'm not about to ask.
Yeah,
for
I
no
think
goddamn ID.
Vegas is probably the thing though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
go
the
to
reason why people come because you think about Vegas, everyone comes from everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like you're probably never going to see these people
Facts.
again,
No, man,
So what's
you
the
know what
point?
happens, you know what happens in Vegas
Yeah.
stays there. So
That
It
part.
does. It does.
Yeah.
So you talked a little bit about, you coming to Fresno because, Pops,
Yeah.
right? So when you start to live in Fresno, how was that transition for you? Like being out here, finally settling in. This is your new home. It ain't LA, but
Yeah.
it's
ain't
home.
LA, Carmen.
No, I actually, you know what? I actually really liked it. At some point, I started liking the fact that it wasn't a fast lifestyle. And again, even though I was in high school,
Yeah.
it was still you notice a difference. Like I instantly knew when I went to the school that there wasn't enough black folks
Yeah.
because
I was Apache. Hey, what ain't too black people saying?
No, yeah, and like there was literally only 2 in the whole high school. I was like, this isn't right. Like something's wrong here. Like that immediately, like it was a red flag for me because I grew up with my neighbors being black or Mexican.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that was weird. That was a weird experience, and I figured maybe they don't like me because
What's up with this? They don't like you.
No, yeah, they didn't. I had
the
no
theme going
I had
on,
no
y'all.
girlfriends when I first got to Sanger. It was 2. I don't even remember their name. I think one of them was Juan and something else. But those 2 guys are the only ones that were like, "Hey, you want to walk around?"
So I gotta ask this:
Yeah.
why is it hard for females to really be cool with each other? Like why?
I don't understand that.
Why is it?
Because a lot of chicks, right? From what I've learned and heard, a lot of girls have the resting bitch face.
Oh, true.
And because of that vibe, like guys are very open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can meet. Like, a guy can walk in right past right now. Oh, what's up, bro? You good?
Fact.
Chicks, they like look at each other first, and if the face ain't like
That's
welcoming,
true. Yeah.
then it's already a vibe. Like, she thinks she better than us. She already, And
I
you
didn't
can
even have that face though.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But yeah, that's true.
That's kind of how
Okay.
that
No, yeah.
persona is. And then
That's
you
true.
remember you the new girl from
Yeah.
LA.
So technically, I probably had the scare face. Like, what is this?
Yo,
Like,
what is the scare face?
Like- what are y'all looking at? Here's the thing. I remember because I had these Reebok shoes, and this is how I knew
the
like
classics
people
are
didn't
just
like
some
me.
regular Reeboks.
They were the old classic Reeboks,
Okay.
but they had just came up with the light up ones.
Oh.
And to me, I liked it. I worked at Foot Locker. I did extra credit class.
Okay.
So it was, I think it was called ROC. I forgot what the fuck it's called. But they did where you get credits for working. So I worked at Foot Locker, and I used to like shoes. So I got like every color of the Reeboks that they had, the light up. And like nobody really had them. And that's another thing too. Like I probably didn't dress. I dressed how I wanted to, not how people would dress, you know?
Okay.
So when I would come over here, I would have like the suit. So I had like the whole Reebok suit and the shoes with the light up. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you fly.
And people were, I probably looked stupid, but back then I thought I was killing it.
Thought you was stunning on
And
it.
niggas again, you coming from LA.
Yeah, because that's LA for sure.
Our
thing.
swag
It's totally
was different.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, because I've been told, like, I know you're not from around here. Yeah. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm not. You feel me?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
You just, like I said, so, yeah, that's probably it. They looked at you like, oh, you just think you from outside.
Like they probably thought I was doing too much, or I thought I was too cool. But really, my like how I dressed didn't translate to how I felt. Like I wasn't looking at people different. I was more so like, damn, why does nobody want to talk to me?
Right.
I never experienced like going to a new school, so that was weird for me. And I was like, this is different. Like nobody wants to talk, so I'm just gonna stick to myself. But the guys always were like, where'd you get those shoes from? And where'd you get that jacket from? And I was a little tomboyish too.
Okay.
So that's another thing. That's probably
that
why I think I didn't
You
attract
got
girls.
tomboyish.
Yeah. So that's probably why girls were like, that's not even cute or whatever, you know? Like, girl, what the fuck are you wearing? You look like one of the dudes. And that's probably why the dudes ended up like feeling comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's probably like one of us.
She chill.
Yeah, she's chill.
She's one of us.
Yeah, so I ended up like being cool with dudes, and eventually I was gonna get jumped. I remember I was gonna get jumped. Like someone warned me, gave me a heads up in the locker room of the Sanger High School.
What?
And so I was tired of hearing, because I'm telling you, I would hear people be like, oh, there she is. Oh, there she. Like it was weird. I had never experienced that. And then when I heard about the girl that wanted to go in the bathroom, by that time I was tired already. So I went to I went to the locker room, and I was like, I went up to the girl and I was like, did you have something to say? Something to do to me? Because I heard you wanted to do something.
Ooh, that's that LA.
That's that LA. That's
Here's the thing. The
spicy
crazy thing-
Nancy ready to fight.
Facts. But the thing is, I'm not really confrontational. I really don't like that. But I was so tired of being like kind of bullied a little bit.
They're picked on.
Yeah, the girl shut the fuck up. She didn't say shit. Couldn't do anything. Didn't do anything. She's like, I wasn't gonna say anything. I was like, well, I heard that you had a couple things to say. I've actually heard you say some things before. And yeah, she didn't say anything. Didn't do anything.
You checked her right there and
I did, because if I was like, okay, if I'm gonna get fucked up, I'd rather be with it right
now.
here.
Yeah. No surprise. No surprise attack.
Then her catch me like mid taking off my shirt or something, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, and then after that,
she had the Reeboks on.
That was funny.
Hair was tied.
She
Was
said,
ready.
like, I'm plotting this right
Yeah.
now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to check you. So if we going to get this temperature going, we going to get it going.
I mean, because the last thing I wanted, because I don't know anyone, right? I don't know any of the girls. I don't know who all her friends are. So I was like, if they were to catch me, they're going to catch me off guard. They're going to fuck me up. I'm going to look stupid. You know, so
catch me outside. How about
what
that?
I got to lose? And I was like, if we fight, and even if I lost, at least I was like, all right, at least I saw it coming. You know?
Yeah.
So after
a
that,
surprise ass whoop is never good.
it's never good. Exactly. So
It ain't.
and I'm not really like I don't. Again, I'm not confrontational. I don't fight. But after that. That was it. I didn't hear like the whispers anymore. I didn't hear. So, and it wasn't like they were cool with me either, but it's just like.
But I feel like they knew now.
Yeah.
Like she ain't no punk.
Yeah.
So
maybe
the word kind of went around like, all right, we need to leave Nancy alone.
Just leave her alone.
Yeah. But they probably, you know what it is? You coming from a new school. I mean, new place, new area, and you're different. Mm-hmm. So somebody's like, let me check her temperature. Yeah. Let me see what she on.
This
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of folks be like that. When you come into uncharted territories and nobody really know you, everybody look at you weird. Like, who is this?
Yeah.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And then say if they like the guys that's hanging around with you, they think you trying to take their man down.
Oh, that's another
you
thing.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so
you really become public enemy number one.
That's true. I never thought of it that way, but that could have also been it, you know, because those dudes, I mean, they weren't really popular like that, but they didn't know people.
Yeah.
And then the coach liked me.
Wait, hold on.
Like that was really cool with the coach. Like, and then I found out he ended up getting fired for like
Talking to a kid.
Liking kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on now.
I can't remember his
Coaches,
name.
don't do that.
Well, I still will never understand it, but that's
I
another
never,
topic.
I never would
that's
either.
crazy.
And honestly, I didn't see it coming, but I was really cool with him, and I was like, oh, he's hella cool. And then the guys that were my only two guy friends, they were like, it's weird. He's not really that close to people like that. Yeah,
He was plotting.
But here's the thing, I was like, dude, I'm like a tomboy. Like I don't do the whole folding my shorts up. I literally left my shorts long. I was like, I don't think so. And then like years later, when we talked about it on the radio, when I was in radio, we talked about the guy that got fired in Sanger. I was like, that was my coach.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
crazy.
So I guess he had like a whole relationship with a girl that I think he did volleyball with. I don't know, but it was crazy to think.
Serious.
Yeah.
That is serious.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But anyway, so I ended up liking Sanger for a little bit, you know, and then I was like, all right, once my classmates, my cousins that lived and still went to school there, once they graduated, I was like, I really don't want to stay. I don't have friends, you know.
Yeah.
So I did home studies for a little bit, and then I told my mom, I'm going to go back home to graduate with my friends. So my sister still lived in LA, and I ended up going to stay with her.
Okay.
I would have to, because she lived in Baldwin Park, and my school was in Covina.
Okay.
So like a 20. So I had to take 2 buses every day to get to, but I was like, I was going to do it because I was going to graduate with my friends,
get
people
done,
that I
get
know.
done.
Sacrifice had to be made.
Yes.
Yeah.
Done.
But here's the thing. My dad's like, all right, you could do it, but you have to make sure your grades are on top. Like you got to do what you have to do.
Don't be out here fucking up, Carmen.
And I didn't. But get this. The day I graduated, my dad literally, he came in the van that we did the whole like, oh, congratulations. Got in the van and drove back to Fresno and never went back. So then I was like, all right, so I'm stuck in Fresno, for sure. They still lived in Sanger. I ended up staying here. And right after I graduated, I went to Reedley College for a little bit, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do journalism, you know, see what I could do. So I was doing my basics, and then I got into the internship. And then with that, I used Reedley College as like, Reedley College was the reason why I got in, because I was like, if I can do it for credits, it might work for me. So I started interning at B95. And then like a year, I did internship for 2 years, and I think.
What year was this when you
there was
interned?
like a minimum 06.
06.
So 06, I graduated 05.
Oh, what I tell you?
Oh,
What did I tell you, bro?
Wait, why?
What did I tell you? 05 was the best year,
really
bro.
was.
Stop playing, bro.
It really was.
Stop playing.
05.
What year are you?
Y'all got some,
07.
Y'all got some
what?
gems. Y'all got some gems.
Bro, I told you that.
Yeah,
But
05 is a
07
good
is
year.
still the best class.
Stop the cap, bro.
I'm not
05.
Now 07, I became a mom. 07, I became a mom. It was a whole different lifestyle.
Oh,
damn.
man.
So, but yeah, so 05, I ended up going to school like right after I graduated. I enrolled in Reedley, and then I ended up doing the internship. And I knew I liked it then. I was like, oh, I like this. Because, I grew up listening to Big Boy. And
Yeah.
so,
You know, our morning show, Steve Harvey.
Different.
all them was
very
popping.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I liked that, and I always said like, oh, this is so dope. But it's like I never really put the 2 and 2 together. Like, oh, my dad does this too, but in the Spanish world.
Wow.
I just never connected the two. I mean,
That's interesting.
we would go into his station and like we would see what he did, but it just wasn't as cool.
Right.
Like it just wasn't like, oh, this is something I want to do. Because I couldn't connect. Like he was interviewing Spanish celebrities, and I didn't know these celebrities. And I mean, I would probably listen to them on all the quinceañeras and shit, but I just never knew. And then I go back now though, for real, looking it up. So now I look back and at the pictures, I'm like, oh my gosh, these are like all legends. My dad literally got to interview a bunch of like Mexican, Hispanic legends.
Ooh.
And
shout out to Pops.
Yeah, for real. And then I kind of started getting into, so like once as I started getting older, I started getting into like, oh, I like this like radio career. It's kind of cool. But the main reason why I really wanted to do the internship was because of Big Boy. I was like, I like this. Like I like how they used to mess around with all of that.
Big Boy in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I did the internship, and I was like,
Yeah,
right.
You got satellite radio though.
I know. I'm just saying, but it just
it hit different when you wake up in the morning in
when
LA,
you in LA,
going to school.
Yeah.
That was like the morning school ride.
It was.
Yes, it is.
And so now
Yes.
my morning school ride is CK and Carmen. So like you guys
different.
you guys have become my
aw.
Fresno.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's
Look
what
at
you
that.
I like that.
Trying to butter her up.
That's I mean, that's the truth. That's what this is who I listen to in the morning. I'm dropping off the kids.
Yeah, it's different. See, that's why I was always inspired, because I really liked how his whole vibe was. Remember, it was Big Boy, and then he had like the janitor who ended up Tito. Remember, he ended up becoming He ended up becoming a radio jock, and I just liked how the mixture. Again, you see black, Hispanic, white, and so
beautiful.
Again, we didn't really have that here.
No,
and so when I went into it, I was like, maybe I can do this. And then the program director at the time, Greg, he was like,
G-Man,
G-Man. He was like, you have something. He's like, we can work with it. Ooh, and so as an intern, I would always be the one in the morning as a morning intern. So that's when he changed my name to Carmen, because he was like, hey, we got to give you like a Hispanic name. That's what when he said Maria, I was like, damn. Because he actually, one of the names was Maria. It was like Reina. Like
Reina, Regina.
Maria.
You know what I'm saying?
It was literally.
I wasn't far off, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah. That's my mom's name anyway,
too.
So,
I know what I'm talking about. I'm in these streets, bro.
No, he was close. And so he gave me the list of names, and I was like, what's the point of this? He's like, well, because when Fresno listens to you, they got to feel connected to a Latina, you know? So
got to identify.
Yeah, they're like, you are. The thing is, you are, but your name just doesn't sound as Hispanic. Dang. And by the way, they named me. My parents named me Nancy because of Nancy Reagan. You know that?
Wow.
Some dumb shit, right? So basically, they were at the hospital. They didn't have a name for me, and Reagan was on, and his wife Nancy Reagan was on, and that's how they came up with the name.
Nancy Reagan.
That's wild.
I was like, damn, that's wild.
Crazy.
That's wild.
So that's why my name isn't
Hispanic.
Latina.
Heritage in that, just Nancy, because it's Nancy Reagan.
It's just like spare of the moment, like
spare of the moment.
What we gonna call it? Nancy.
Nancy look cool to me.
But a lot of times it can be. It's a meaningful thing to give you a memory of that time too.
Yeah, because if you think about it, that does take me back to like Reagan, the Reagan days. It's crazy. But yeah, so I ended up going with Carmen as an intern, and then I just stayed in the morning. It seems like they really liked me. They were going to get rid of the morning show girl, and I didn't know.
Right.
So they were kind of prepping me for it. So by the way, I didn't even know how to drive, but luckily because Fresno wasn't like crazy with the freeways.
Oh yeah, you good.
I was good from Sanger, one whole street all the way down Jensen. To get to the 99 to get to the station. Like literally, I was like, oh, this is cool. Like I could do this. Didn't have a license or anything. I was driving.
She didn't say that.
Yeah. That was a long time.
She did.
That was like more than 7 years ago. So technically I'm good, right?
Yeah,
she had a permit.
I did.
She had a permit. Yeah. That's all. Yeah.
But
y'all know how we live, man. Yeah. We got to get it. She had to get to work.
She had to get there.
And I did. And I ended up getting my driver's license, and I ended up getting my own car. But at that time, I was just taking my dad's car. And my boss didn't know. Greg didn't know at the time. But I made it happen. So that's all he cared about. Like we were here, even when you couldn't drive, even when you had people dropping you off, and it worked. So because of that, and because of my consistency there, they ended up like, all right, let's give you a shot in the morning show. And when I did it, it was supposed to be a couple of days. They did it like a week, and then they were like, all right, we're official. So there was us three in the morning, and then I never left B95.
Yeah, you've been there.
Yeah, you've been there.
Yeah. So I got hired in 07.
2 years. See, that's a big year. 07. See, there you go. There you go. No, hey, look. There you go. There you go. Give you some love right there.
I can't believe how I just got.
She got, you know what I'm saying?
That's a big year for
That's a big year for you, man.
That's when I came to Fresno. I was in Fresno 07.
How has it been, working at B95? I know you've been there. You're a staple now. You're a household name there.
Yes.
But how has it been leading up to where you are today?
It's been a journey. It's been crazy because I didn't know anything radio related outside of what I know with B95, right?
Wow.
So when I was getting taught what to do, there was a lot of things in radio back then. There wasn't that many women in radio.
Yeah.
It was that's why they only had that one girl. We were almost just like a prop, right? So I didn't know
that's
this.
Real,
face.
But that's really what it was.
Cute face. Yeah.
So I didn't know that at the time that's what I was. I just thought like, oh shit, they like me.
Yeah.
Oh, they like what I do. So that kind of gave me confidence because they didn't tell me like, hey, you're just a pretty face here and that's it. So I went into it thinking like, oh, I got talent. And then I just worked on myself. And then at some point I didn't like it because I started feeling like I don't get to have an opinion.
Ooh.
Like I felt like I had to say what they wanted me to say.
Ooh.
So when it came to like interviews, I had to ask the dumb questions, right? Like, so okay, when you're gonna interview Kendrick Lamar, you got to ask him who he's dating, and like that's something that supposedly girls wanted to know at the time. Yeah. And I'm like, I have to ask those questions?
Right.
Like I have to.
Putting you in the box almost.
Yes. So I didn't like that mentality, but I also, and I don't take it personal from my program director at the time because I feel like that's all he knew then.
Right.
And that's really how the industry was then, right? So, and it still kind of is, but it's not as bad as it was back then. So I didn't like that. And so the show went on. People still, they loved us. They eventually got used to us together. But again, I started feeling like I wasn't enough. Like I wasn't doing enough. So when I landed the midday show, I was like, oh, I'm going to be myself here.
Right.
So literally I would have, over the years, I would have people tell me, I don't listen to you. I don't like you from 6 to 10. But for some reason, you're different from 10 to 2. And I was like, they're starting to notice. Like people are starting to notice that that's bullshit in the morning. You know, like that's not really who I was.
Yeah.
So really, I would
Fans
have.
pay attention.
They did, and it was something that was mind blowing to me because I didn't know that. Like I didn't, you know, you're talking to a mic and you're not talking to people.
Yeah.
You're talking to a mic, so you're thinking like, hopefully they like what I just said.
Facts.
Hopefully, like they were feeling what I just said. Or hopefully they understood my sarcasm.
You don't get the
instant
the reaction.
The reaction.
Yeah.
That's what we look for.
Yeah.
We look for that reaction.
Yeah. So like for instance, like us talking now, we're talking to each other. We can see where the vibe is,
Right.
right?
But
when you're
for
talking to the mic and you have thousands of people listening, you don't know who is going to connect with.
Exactly.
So when people started noticing, and I started noticing like, oh, they really were fucking with me from 10 to 2.
Right.
I was like, okay, so I wasn't tripping. There really is something wrong with the morning show.
Yeah.
When they got let go, and I was heartbroken, I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, that's all I know. This is all I've known. Like they brought me in. How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna like rework this? And I was like, all right, maybe it's like a sign for me.
Yeah.
Maybe I do have to open up. Maybe this will help me flourish. And that's exactly what happened. So once they told me they were only gonna hire one other person, I was like, okay, that meant it was just me and this other person. So that meant that maybe there's more me time in the morning, and maybe I can be myself. There was no structure. There was no like, hey, you have to do this anymore. There was no, you have to ask these questions. You have to do. It was literally night and day with the show.
Yeah.
Difference.
No, real talk.
And you guys,
because I know
noticed
G
it.
Man was like that though. He
Right.
was like, yo, Day, we gonna have you do this. And
Yes.
like, and I
Characters.
yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah,
I'll play my role.
and no diss to him.
No, because
But that's just how
he
worked.
operated.
Yeah,
he operated.
Yep. People.
I remember Killer B.
Yeah.
Killer B, you gonna have to do this. He be
Yep.
like, yeah, all right, cool.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it'd be
Even
like
if you
that.
didn't like it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We had to become personalities.
Exactly.
Right.
That was a key. To become a personality. And so when he left, and I was like, okay, shit. So I have to do this myself. I scrambled for like a week because I was by myself. And I was like, this is gonna be so weird. And it was hard. You know, Fresno was like, what the fuck is happening? Where are these people that we know
Yeah,
for so
Where
long?
everybody at,
Where
Debbie?
they at?
Where they
Yeah.
at?
So when I got my new co-host, I was like, all right, this is new. Like, let's figure
See how
out how
it's
we're
gonna
going to do
go.
with the show. And what it was is we didn't have a plan. There was no, okay, you're going to be this and you're going to be that. So I was so used to that. I was so used to someone telling me
The structure.
Yeah. It was weird. So I was like, okay, shit, I could do the news here and I could do that here. It was so weird, but that kind of threw me into the fire to like learn, like, all right, now you could figure out what you want to do. You've been wanting this, right? So here it is.
This is what you want. Huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
so
Gotta crawl before you walk.
No,
Facts.
seriously, it felt like that. It felt like, oh shit, all right, girl, you've been wanting this. Here it is. So instead of me like moping around about it, because I was hurt for a while, I was like, man, they got rid of the only 2 people I know. Like this is not uncomfortable. We had to go through that uncomfortable stage with my new co-host, and he's been with me since it was like 8 years now, I think.
Yeah.
You
Time flies.
Yeah, you and CK been
Yeah.
y'all been rocking.
It's been for a
So
minute.
when we started, it was like awkward, you know, because I had
Oh, yeah,
never
for
worked
sure.
with someone else, and
Yeah.
he's been in radio too, but also like we're just two strong, different personalities.
Mm-hmm.
But we made it work. We ended up like, you fuck with someone when you can't stand them, and I couldn't stand him. I still can't stand him, but that's that love. You know what I'm saying? Like we're so close. Literally, I see him kind of like a brother type
Okay.
of
That's
of
what's
vibe.
up.
So
good.
that's how I ended up going. I think. Realizing, oh, okay, maybe I do have power to be myself, and maybe I can show people that you don't have to do things the right way. Like I said, in 2007, I got pregnant. I had my child. I felt like I was a child. I was 21.
Yeah.
You know,
He's a
and
baby still, basically.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
pretty much.
I was a baby having a baby. So I was like, all right, I
I like
felt
that.
like I was going to be
Baby
judged.
having a baby.
No, for real.
Yeah.
True story.
I felt like I was going to be judged. I felt like, man, there's no way like I'm going to be doing radio because people are going to be like, well, girl, you have a whole child. I just saw radio so different. And when it happened, when I got hired and when they let go of them, I was like, okay, maybe this is for me. And I stuck around, and yeah, it was hard, being a mom, a young mom, and having a career and having all this pressure. Like, it was hard, but I've been doing it for so long that now it's like comfortable.
Right.
Yeah.
You make it easy. You make it look easy.
For sure.
You make it look easy.
When Carmen, one thing I admire about Carmen is you knew she had the talent to be on the radio because she had the voice. That's one thing you can't teach.
Yeah.
Like you can be on the radio and woo, but you gotta have a voice. Like that voice is everything sometimes because that's the way people connect with you. You know, Big Boy, his voice. Unique. Steve Harvey, his comedy. Unique. You know what I'm saying? They have that. Carmen had that voice and that just cool, down to earth personality. The mixture of L.A. and Fresno.
Yes, that's exactly. That's exactly how. And I got the chills when you said that because that's exactly what I feel like when people tell me. Because after living here so long, I no longer feel like I'm just LA. Like I really feel like I'm Fresno and LA. When shit happens here that I don't like, it hurts me. And before I didn't give a fuck. No, I was like, that's y'all's. This is for you.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
That got nothing to do with me.
I'm just out here.
I'm just out here working. I'm talking to y'all. But now it hurts me. Like when shit that goes bad happens in Fresno, it hurts me just like it did when I was in LA. In fact, I feel maybe if anything a little more closer to Fresno because I've been here longer, because now I have kids that are growing up here.
If you think about it, you've been here just as long or your whole adult life.
Yeah, my whole adult life.
You give your whole adult life here.
Yep.
Because those experiences as a kid, 0 through 18.
It's big difference. No responsibility.
So you've been here your whole adult, because that's the same thing with me and Bake too.
Yeah, fact.
All of our adult years.
It's been out here.
So wait, you guys are from LA?
Yes.
Did you just say that?
That was disrespectful.
You know what? Is the interview over? I think it's
no, stop. I need to know about you guys.
We're done.
What?
We're done.
Seriously,
how we know about the traffic and all that stuff and we ain't from LA?
I figure more people be going over there.
What?
Yeah, no.
What?
So wait, you guys are born?
I'm born and raised in LA. 96 and don't tell nobody where I stay, but a Century in Vermont. Just put it over there. YMCA, Pizza Hut,
Long Beach, and
come on, man.
Hey, I talked to someone on AOL from Vermont.
Okay.
Back in the day, remember AOL was that thing?
Yeah,
I remember.
You had an aim with a sidekick.
Yeah, come on.
With like age, sex, and where you live. Yeah.
No, yeah, man. I'm from Long Beach.
I'm from LA. I'm from the city, man.
I know I like you guys. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God,
get out of here. Okay. This makes sense.
She really thought we was Fresno born. And no disrespect. I love Fresno.
We're here now.
But see, now you see like where my transition is.
That's why I said we can relate to it.
Yeah, because you feel connected now, right?
Yeah.
You feel like
I've been here now.
Yeah, we've been here for a long time.
It's crazy now when I go to LA, I'm foreign. But when I go around here, what up, babe? What up, Dede? What up? It's the craziest thing.
Like I can. This is no pub or shameless tag, but I can walk through the mall and I'm gonna run into at least 6-7 people.
Facts.
Yeah,
easy.
Yeah.
That's real.
It's always love. It's this random, coaches, players I've coached, parents.
See, that's your whole adult life. You were out here then. That's why when I try to tell people that, I'm like, it feels like it's half and half. Like this is half my world. And even if I was to leave, because the goal has always been to do radio in LA and to like be with Big Boy, which I at some point made happen. I made it happen, but it just haven't had a full career yet. Like there, like where it's moving. But that was my goal, right? To like at some point go back. Because of that, I'm in LA a couple times a month. Yeah. If anything now, because I'm hella big, I do go like once a month, but I'm in LA a lot. I have family. My family's out there. So that's why when people would be like, girl, you've been here so long already. Why are you still repping LA? I'm like, cause it doesn't feel like it's only 3.5 hours to get home.
Home is still home.
Yeah.
Man.
So that's
99 South, baby. We
facts.
We be there.
So that's why I feel still so strongly connected. And I go to the Dodger games. I go to Laker games. I go, you know what I'm saying?
We're going to tap into that in a second.
Yeah.
So your affinity for the damn Dodgers.
Hey, bro, why are you disrespecting right now?
That's her affinity for
the
Dodgers.
Why you disrespecting? Why you got to say it like that? When the last time y'all won the World Series?
2002.
Okay, then. Keep it in 2002, brother. Keep it in 2002.
Did I just get the soft pass?
Yeah, you did.
In the past.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm an Angel fan.
Oh,
wow.
I'm sorry.
I
That's
why.
Too,
though.
Like, and I was gonna ask you. I was like, if you're not a Dodger fan, what are you? It makes sense.
See, because so my dad, right? Me and my dad, we both like all the same teams. We're Raider fan, Laker fans. So when it came to baseball, I stayed closer to Angel Stadium than I do Dodger Stadium.
Right.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So it was easier.
That's
get
crazy
Angels
though.
Yeah,
Me and my dad
it is.
ain't got nothing in common when it comes to sports teams. Except probably the Dodgers. I don't even
Wait,
think he liked
really?
me. Yeah, he liked the Steelers. I like the Falcons.
Yeah.
He liked the Lakers. I just like
Now, how
LeBron.
did that go? Were you always around your dad or not?
Yeah, I was around my dad. Like we grew up in a household where we had the Dallas Cowboys,
That's
the
crazy.
Pittsburgh Steelers,
That's
and
crazy.
and the San Francisco 49ers.
Wow.
Those three teams was the teams that you picked. And I was always on the other side of the spectrum, bruh. I went from the Carolina Panthers at one time, right? Because I didn't really know.
How did you guys end up like that?
Hey, I was just one of those outliers, man. I was a
Okay.
kid, just, I was like, I ain't no Pittsburgh fan. I ain't no Raider fan. I ain't no 49er fan. I don't like none of them. You know what I'm saying? And my grandma, God rest her soul, she was a Dallas fan. And I loved Dallas for her,
Yeah.
but I wasn't no Dallas fan. I said, I want my own. And so I found the
that
Falcons.
makes sense.
Mike Vick came in, never looked back. Dirty Bird and everything.
That's why you chose to go against them. You knew you didn't want to do any of those
Yeah, I
things.
didn't
So
wanna
let me
do that.
pick someone who I can connect with, and
Yeah.
that's who you found.
Yeah.
Yeah,
those was my team.
and see, with me, I was with my pops almost every weekend, and so
I
Raiders
see.
and Lakers was all I knew. I mean, I think I was like, my mom said I was like 2 or 3 talk about the Raiders. Like one of my first baby pictures
Oh,
was
Yeah.
that's cute. So you were
Raider beanie up.
influenced.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
I mean, but you got to stick with that because I've never really been a football fan, right? And my family is divided: half Raiders, half Dallas Cowboys. And it was like my San Diego family is all Dallas. Oh my God, ride or die, and Padres.
San Diego family is all why they didn't pick the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm confused.
I don't know, but-
where they get Dallas from?
How
Well, they have
San
been-
Diego, and they have a team. I can see if San Diego
Yeah.
have a team.
Yeah, but now it's different. Like I'm sure there's a lot of people that have flipped, but back in the day, I've always known is half my family has been Cowboys and half Raiders. I remember even my brother at some point was being conflicted because he was like, "What the fuck am I?" But he was younger. He's younger than me.
I don't know. What am
Yeah,
I?
he didn't know. I remember I was like,
Wow.
"You used to have cowboy gear, don't you remember?" He's like, "Yeah, because we lived in Texas for like a fucking year." or two."
Okay, all right, that
Yeah.
makes sense a little bit.
But that's it. A year and a half.
That's it.
He was a
Hey,
kid.
all it takes is a short period of
true.
time. If
That's
it connect,
true.
it connect, man. If it connect, it connect.
That's probably what happened then, because I was confused. Like, why do you have pictures of you in a because he's a ride or die Raider fan. So I'm like, how
Oh
do you
yeah,
have
me and your
pictures
brother
with
get
Dallas?
along well.
Yeah, no,
Shout out to bro.
he could talk to you all day, and I never understood that either because my dad don't know shit about sports.
Ooh.
My dad knows radio. My dad don't know like
That's crazy.
like nothing about
That's
sports,
crazy.
like nothing. So when my brother like how he knows sports so well, I'm like, how? Like you would think that you grew up with a dad who would take you to these
Wow,
games.
yeah, yeah.
Nope.
So how did
And-
y'all get into sports? Like,
I would say with me, again, I was a tomboy. Like
Okay.
literally when I say I was a tomboy, like even when I got into radio, I think you've seen, like I wasn't really girly girl.
no.
I never really was a girly girl.
She was a shit talker. Straight
Yeah,
like that.
I do. And I think
You
it's
still
because
is a shit talker.
Yeah,
I still am a
for
very
sure.
much shit
Yeah,
talker.
yeah.
And
We used to
here's
go back and forth in the morning.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like
good.
you throw a jab, I'm throw a jab right back, and it was just
Yeah.
fun and games.
I'm good at that though. I really am, and I think it comes from being Mexican. Because like when you have cousins that like have shit to say about you all
Yeah.
the time, or you're the young one,
this is-
you gotta have tough skin.
Facts.
And you
Part
gotta
of the
be able to.
It's a part of the culture.
It is.
Yeah.
So when he became, when he got into the whole sports world, and I was like, oh, okay. And he would watch the basketball games, which was the Lakers. I was like, I kind of like this. Like, I like this. I liked the sport, and I enjoyed watching it. And then he would kind of show me a little bit about what they did and like what
Okay.
I'm looking at. But football, I just never connected with. But basketball, I did.
It makes
Okay.
sense.
Wrestling, I did too. WWE back in the day.
W-
You mean WWF?
Oh, WWF, yeah.
That's it, right back in the day.
Yeah.
WWE.
No, that
I
because
mean, that's
of him.
that's our real pastime.
Yeah.
WWF.
It
But
crushed my heart when they told me it was fake.
I know. When I
Because-
went to the Save Marcena
Right.
show, I was like, "What is this?
Yeah.
This is
It's
not
different.
Yeah, very.
It's different live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like growing
Yeah.
up. Like I was like I was a real, and still really now to this day. Like I'm
Yeah.
a big wrestling fan. I've always been because
not
I
the
just feel
same.
like it's just one. It's definitely not the same.
No, it's
not.
Because like now I can go months and months without watching. Like as
Yeah.
a kid,
Oh no, I had to
Oh,
watch
I
it all the
couldn't.
time.
Every Thursday.
I was in a wrestling movie.
What?
Dead ass.
Really?
We was in a wrestling movie. I
Oh,
forgot the
shit.
name of it, but
Yeah.
me and my pops and my uncle.
was it the one with David Arquette?
I think so. It was one.
Ready to Rumble?
Yeah, it was like actual wrestlers in there.
Yeah,
And
that
so
was ready.
we-
That was Ready to Rumble with David Arnett.
Yeah, we had to like
shit.
we was the fans at the
Extras.
show.
Oh, okay.
So we was like, yeah, it was the craziest thing ever, man. It was dope though. It was fun.
Yeah, that was ready. That's the only one that's had
Wrestlers
Ready to Rumble.
in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ready to Rumble with
That's
David
cool.
Arnett.
I
was
didn't
cool.
know that.
It was
oh,
real cool,
okay.
man. I was a real wrestling fanatic. Like I had an
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior and a Hulk Hogan stuffed animal. Like it was real for me.
Okay, you
know
were,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Moms used to get the pay-per-views for your boy because she
Oh,
worked at
that's
the what was that back in the day? It wasn't called Comcast. It was called
Charter.
Shit, I don't remember.
Nah, what was it back in the day? It was something else. It was
We
some,
had the black box.
the black
The
box.
black box.
The black
Yeah,
box.
That
The black box.
That's
The
what
black
it was.
That
box
after
with
9
the-
o'clock,
Yep.
the
it'll
red
turn
numbers.
to something different.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Yes.
Listen.
That's
Yes.
not really the name of it, but,
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
know.
we know it was
We
the black
know.
Real
box.
It's
talk.
the black box.
Real
Wow.
talk.
Okay, so yeah, that's why I used to be into wrestling too, because and then The Rock, I like
Yeah.
Rikishi back then.
Yeah.
But after I watched them live, I was like, this
It's
ain't
different.
it.
Yeah.
I don't
It
like
hit
it.
different.
It hit like when I finally got to go to a show, I was super elated. And then like the next time I got to go was out here. I went out here by myself and went to one, and it was
By
like,
yourself, Dan,
by
you're a real
myself.
fan.
I was a real fan because
Yeah.
like, being with the homies, like they talked about they like wrestling, but like at that time when I first got to Fresno, I was still like heavily
Yeah.
into wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to SmackDown out here, and like I got to see. You got to think about it: The Undertaker,
Ooh.
Big Show,
Damn.
Big names.
Triple H,
Triple H.
Ooh.
Yep.
Jeff Hardy.
Yes.
And I got to see
Damn,
like a
that was
lot.
like
That's a
I
big
got
show.
I got to see all them live for the
Yeah.
first time, and I was like, damn, like Rey
Yeah.
Mysterio, like
Yeah.
they was all on one
so
card.
cool.
That's
That-
big.
So like that for me, like
Yeah.
that was a real life experience because like in my head as a kid, I always wanted to be in the building for Undertaker's entrance.
Yeah.
Like I always
yeah,
wanted to
I
do
think
that.
that was
And
every
then
kid's-
when it happened, like those goosebumps that they talk about,
It's real.
That shit was real. Like I
It's
was in the
100%
stadium,
real.
like, why am
Yeah.
I feeling like this?
It was so cool.
It's different.
But it was So.
But then you hear the commentary there is very different than when you hear it on TV.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Like-
it's a whole
Yeah.
whole different atmosphere. So,
It is.
yeah.
It
Yeah,
is.
man. So
But anyway, yeah, that's how I got into like
Your sports.
sports because my brother really, and it wasn't like I was completely loyal to it. I mean, I did it until I was a lot older. I was like, and I lived out here, and I was like, damn, there's no Laker fans out here. There's like no Dodger fans out here.
yeah, they like Golden State or the
Giants.
The Giants, yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was different. And people would always be like, why do you like him? I'm like, oh, because I'm technically from
LA.
LA, yeah.
Well,
So-
you know, Carmen is a huge. You want to talk about? Look,
Yeah.
there's Dodger fans, and then
Yeah,
there's
she's
Carmen.
a Dodger. Dodger.
You
There's
know
Dodger
what?
fans, and then there's Carmen.
No,
Yeah.
people. I don't know why people always say that because it's funny. I hear it all the time from dudes. So like when I would go to LA, anytime I get to go, if it's a game day, I'm gonna go to a game.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's not like I sit there and watch Dodgers all day. I mean, I do watch the
Yeah,
games a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
I do enjoy it though
Yeah.
because I used to play softball when I was in high school.
makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I broke my nose, by the way, in high school doing it. So that's why I stopped doing it because I was like, hell, if another ball hits me, I'm going to fucking lose this big ass beak of mine. So I stopped playing. I was so traumatized after that. But I think that's why I connected. I liked the Dodgers because I
Right.
understood it, you know? But yeah, it was weird because I never had like friends until I met my friend David that lives out here,
Okay.
who happened to be a big Dodger fan, and he was like, "Dude, we can go to games all the time."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay," so we did. We would always go. When I started doing radio in LA, that's how I would go
To the games.
I would do my shit on air and then or do whatever we had to do, like if we had a concert or whatever, and then I would hit up a game. So it was always a thing, you know.
Yeah, man. Like I'm saying, I follow you, so I'll be like, damn, shit, another.
It's so
game?
fun. Like,
I like
the
I just-
experience. Man, I don't know if
yeah.
it's like that for the Angels too. I
And-
don't know
and-
if
whoa,
it-
whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
It's the experience.
No,
No, I really don't know if it's the same.
She said, I don't know if
can't-
it's like that for y'all,
Yeah.
but over here, it hit different.
It's
First
different.
off,
It hit different.
I've been to both,
Okay.
and
The
You
Dodger
could say-
games is more
you
turn.
could
Don't
say
lie.
it's a little more turn.
Don't lie. Angels is in Orange
I-
County, damn near
I don't give a damn.
Anaheim.
I don't
That's
give a damn.
sad.
Where
Bro,
it's at.
y'all not lit like that,
No,
bro.
you're
Just
not.
call a spade a spade.
First off, the Dodger game was cool.
Nah.
Wow,
But
you're being
as
lying.
not
You're,
That's
being-
cap.
you're
when
not
you're
being
not a
He's capping.
fan. You like I can't be invested. So
Whatever.
When I go to Angel games, I'm invested as a
You,
fan.
you,
Like,
you're on
I'm
that
enjoying my
nonsense.
experience.
You're on that
No,
nonsense.
that's because here's the thing. When you go to Dodger game, even if you're
I don't
not,
want to go to
It's
Chavez Ravine. I don't give a damn about Chavez
Wow.
no,
Ravine.
because like when you go to a Dodger game, you literally, even if you don't know the people around you,
Yeah.
it's a vibe. Like
It is
you
a vibe.
just
I sat in left field. I was there. I was in the building.
So then,
Me and Pop's going next week. San Diego Padre game.
See, I'm telling you right now. It's like
I was hoping to go to the Angel Dodger game in 2 weeks, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it because kids and
that would be nice for you to go so you can actually see
and then
that the Dodger vibe is like.
It's at Angel Stadium.
He's gonna become
It don't matter. That's the beauty of it. It doesn't matter because I've literally I'm telling you, it's like
I don't care.
Even when you're out in the streets and you meet other Dodger fans, you feel connected.
No, real talk.
You can't feel that about Angel players.
I can't. Listen. Here's the thing. Like, the Dodgers won the World Series recently.
Facts.
Right?
Yep.
And that was good. I was happy.
And it's coming back.
The thing about me is like I don't dislike the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Because because
You from LA?
Of course I'm from LA. I don't dislike the Dodgers, but I'm just not a Dodger fan. And then it'd just be funny to watch how Dodger fans went through heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak, losing in the playoffs after playoffs.
Okay,
but that's old news.
But it happens.
But that was old news.
All right, y'all ain't been there in a minute. It's all good.
It's cool. I was just here.
But here's the thing, though. Once you meet fans that are like Dodger fans, do you feel like they just doing too much? No, right?
No. I mean, like I said, me being a sports fan, I appreciate fandom.
Yeah. Okay.
I just want people to like, as I've grown as a fan, I've grown to like be able to talk about my team and the sport. I just hate talking to ignorant fans.
Right.
Oh yeah.
No,
that's where it gets annoying.
Yeah.
Like bruh,
there's a lot of Raider fans that are like that.
Yeah, that's why I don't associate with them either.
Yeah.
As a Raider fan, like
that's crazy.
I disown Raider fans because
y'all be doing too much.
They do too much, and that's what I'm saying.
Y'all take it past sports.
Yes, that's what it is.
It's like gangbanging in sports.
It becomes toxic. Yeah, you're like, are we still talking about sports or we're talking about?
Listen, my first ever Raider game. Went to a game, chilling with the home. We had like the top seats, but we on the 50-yard line, top seats. And so you watch we was playing the Chiefs. Dude walk in with his girl, and he said, "Excuse my French." He was like, "Hey, you let your bitch wear that jersey?"
Oh fuck!
And so like, I'm sitting there, I'm like,
wait, to you?
No, this was like I'm at the game.
Yeah.
Raider fans. She had on a Chiefs jersey, walking with her dude to her seat.
That's crazy.
And the Raider fan yelled at him like, "Hey, you
wow, that sounds about right."
I was like, "Oh, this is different."
Yeah.
That was my first ever game because you hear about it, and it's like when you think about it, like as the dude, you can say something, but then you look over, it's like, damn, it's like 7 of them, one of me, her.
So he didn't say nothing.
They just kept walking.
Because that would have been all bad if he would have said something.
Man, I've watched Raider fans fight Raider fans at games.
That's what I'm saying. They're stupid. They get out of hand, and I don't know why it's like that. And maybe that's why I also didn't connect with because I would always hear all these stories about Raiders and the 49ers like going back and forth.
Oh yeah, that's a real. I don't even understand how that's a rivalry, but
because I don't know, it's Bay Area.
Yeah, I think it's Bay. But that whole situation I think is a perfect example of why fans are the way they are because I feel like a lot of Raider guys can't date girls if they're not Raider fans, or they can they got to convert them. So I think when he said that, he was probably like, "How could you? How could you make her ass put a fucking Raider shirt?" Yeah,
it was like Blood's dating the Crip.
Yeah.
How you dating that?
How you date? That's what I'm saying. Like, so with me, most of the girls that I've met are not real sports fans, so it's easy for them just to
is easier
to rock with me.
Facts.
Because like me personally, I wouldn't mind my significant other being opposite fan because I like the shit talk. So to me, that's perfectly fine.
I didn't think I could date someone who wasn't a Laker fan, and then I have been. I've dated. Well, I've been with my boyfriend for 10 years.
Hey,
and he's a Bulls fan. Yeah.
Bulls fan.
10 years. Give it up. But
10 years.
10 years, and it was. I was like, no, this got to change. At some point, he's going to become a Laker fan because he lives in LA.
He never converted.
Never converted.
That's a real one.
I respect him.
I respect that.
And neither did I.
He's been taking ass whoopings at the ass whooping.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, you might as well. Like, just you.
He said, I don't care what it is. I ain't changing.
Because the thing is,
he ain't been happy since '98.
That's why I tell him. That's like, listen, every year though, he says, "This is our year.
Yeah,
this is our year."
He ain't been happy since '98.
Yeah,
no, I know.
He's been unhappy.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I said you can celebrate my victories. Like you can it's okay. And we've gone to games together, and after we did the first game together, as we went to go watch them on Christmas. I don't even remember what year it was. Yeah. It was a Christmas game, and he obviously a Bulls fan.
And they
Lakers
won too.
Yeah, it was bad.
That was D Rose hit the game winner game.
Yeah.
And
I remember that game. See, you know me, I'm locked in.
Yeah, that was a bad. I had to wear a Bulls fan out.
Hey, he gonna convert you.
Damn.
No, yeah, but here's the thing. That was it. Like he ain't had.
That's
like,
his only moment.
That was his only moment, and that's why I was like, you might as well. Like we're gonna be going to more Laker games. We both are from LA. He's got his family out there.
Yeah,
it's highly unlikely we in Chicago at games. So my guy.
Speaking of the Lakers and the Dodgers. When do you think they're going to win another championship?
So with the Lakers, LeBron has really been pissing me off. I feel like...
Hold on.
Here we go.
Hold on now, Carmen.
Here's the thing.
Hold on, Carmen.
Talk, Carmen.
Like,
AKA Nancy.
Nancy's
I'm
coming
calling
out
you
right
Nancy
now.
right now.
No, because I feel like when we got LeBron, let's be honest, we all were like, this is it.
This
like,
is weak.
Dynasty, like it's about to happen. Championship.
Okay.
But then we started noticing how LeBron was like busy with fucking entertainment. It wasn't about the sport. And you saw that. You see that actually. That, and I was like, okay. And I would hear it, right? They'd be like, oh yeah. I'd be like, oh, okay, you know what? Maybe it's true. There's some truth to that, but nah, he's here to win for us. Like this is what he came for. And the reality started like looking like the rumors. And I was like, oh,
but
wait
he got
a minute.
you a ring though.
He did get us one. He brought us one.
And that's all he's gonna give, I feel, for now, right? I think right now we're in the rebuild stage.
Wow.
I actually haven't even
reload. I'm gonna go reload.
Yeah, but let me tell you, I feel that sounds better. But I will say because I know we know that he's a king. Come on, LeBron James is dope. Like the reason why we got him,
that's
the
my
reason why we were so excited.
That's my goat.
I wouldn't go that far.
Listen, the thing is, Kobe's my goat. You know,
Yes.
That's fine.
That's my
but
guy.
I don't
LeBron-
argue people for that.
Yeah. But LeBron James, obviously, if you're a Laker fan, you know and respect. And there was a lot of Laker fans. I don't know if you noticed that weren't really happy.
They didn't respect him.
They was
mad at him.
so mad that we got LeBron.
so mad. But again, I go back to the fact that I think we forget that at the end of the day, he is a GOAT himself. You know, like you can't knock what he brings to the table, and he doesn't technically
instant playoffs, aka NBA Finals.
Yeah, okay.
Except
we've missed 2 playoffs.
Except I was gonna say,
okay.
Except he's been fucking up.
But the health reason is why you can't blame one.
Listen, I'm not
You know what I'm
blaming
saying?
him.
You can't blame one. Y'all
That's
would have
true.
made the playoffs and he didn't get hurt the first year with the young bucks.
Yes, and we should have made the playoffs. I get it.
Hey man.
But he also had a lot on his shoulders too. I mean, during that time, you got to think about he had a lot of shit on his shoulders. So yeah, it wasn't just in the court.
Yeah,
and then he's got put more pressure now with his kids.
Right.
Yeah,
So I get it. All of that I think was applied, but I feel like he's got one more in him if he stays.
So when we winning that?
So.
Yeah. I really feel like give him. I want to say a year because he's also getting old.
Okay.
You know, and I feel like
he ain't no spring chicken.
He definitely is not, you look at Steph Curry and you look at what he brings, you're like, damn.
Mafia.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the Warriors ain't going nowhere.
Nah, they not.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be rough.
It's gonna be tough.
But I really feel if we give it a year or two, we can rebuild and take that. But
reload. We don't like to rebuild.
Reload.
That's what we do in LA.
But also, I gotta make sure because I'm a little iffy about LeBron because of how he's so focused on his kids right now. That maybe he's like. Fuck it, we're already here.
I think he's gonna be good.
He's gonna be. Bron
but
been
he's gotta
locked
heal
in.
up though.
Bron been locked in. It's just, I know Bron say I'm checking out when niggas ain't really. He knows we ain't going nowhere. Our main asset ain't here.
I'm not here for this.
Russ, we ain't got it.
Here we go.
So I'm gonna get healthy.
Yeah,
I'd rather give you a whole year of 120%.
Than
give you some bull crap. Get up to the playoffs again and be like.
That's what I think is happening. I feel like maybe he's working on that, like getting healthy. But part of me feels like although he's doing that, he's not really focused.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So what about the Dodgers?
What about Dodgers?
The Dodgers
World Series chances.
I think that's like literally coming because
this October. That's what you feel like?
There's a big chance.
We got a good chance to win this year.
There's a big chance.
But listen, y'all pitching rotation is nice.
It's health.
No,
it's health for us.
That's what I was going to tell you.
It's health.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
we didn't win last year because of health.
Yes, and if we continue to stay healthy this year, I really feel like
because Kershaw, we don't know if he's going to play or not play.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
And that's.
But we got young arms though.
Y'all do.
We got a lot of young.
There
arms.
are a lot more than it was the past 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, y'all got the pieces to go win.
If we're healthy, we winning this year.
This year, y'all healthy.
I really think so.
Knocked on wood. I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
Let me see who would be our struggle. I think our
The
struggle.
Padres out there looking good, and they ain't got
Man, we
Fernando
ain't worried about
Tatis.
we're not worried
They
about
ain't
the
even got
Padres.
Fernando Tatis.
We're not
and
worried about the
he-
Padres.
Not the Padres.
They always do this every year.
Yeah.
They come in hot for a little bit and then they cool off
They
real
die
quick.
down. That's
They
what
Little
happens.
Caesar pizza.
Yay!
Wow.
I like that.
You gotta
The Little
eat it
Caesars.
right there.
Yeah.
'Cause
Hot and ready?
by the time
You
it gets a
gotta
little
be-
long, it ain't
Yeah.
gonna hit
So
the
what-
same.
That's true.
What about the defending champ, the Braves?
The
And
Braves,
my
I
man
feel like-
Osino.
I don't think we worry about. I think the biggest the team that we're gonna have to worry about that's gonna play us really, really well, that play us well every year, is the Giants, our nemesis.
Y'all nemesis.
They play us very, very well. I don't know why,
Giants.
but they play us
But you know,
very,
who,
very
you know
well.
who's looking hot right now? The best team in the National League currently right now, New York Mets.
We're not worried about them.
The Mets might be.
No.
They come on, you got to be honest with
No,
yourself.
no. I'm because every year they've been good,
No.
and if we play them, we beat them easily.
All right.
Like I'm being
Well-
1,000.
Well, listen. I think if anything, the Mets would be our like competition.
right now.
Yeah, right now.
I ain't going with the Mets right now.
Okay.
I feel like they would be, but I still think that we can conquer that because look, we look really good.
Y'all look good.
We're gonna beat the Mets.
Y'all
You're
look
going to a
good.
game? You saying?
Yeah, we're going to the Padre game. Me and my pops.
Yeah. See.
Y'all look good.
We're gonna beat the Mets, and I'm gonna tell you. I
Yeah.
told you so. The Mets, when we play them, they never match up well with us.
I also don't like to jinx it though.
Yeah,
Like
man, you know
like,
what? You
don't-
gotta talk your talk. You
Yeah,
can't be
that's
scared
true,
out
You
here.
but-
on this show though.
You
this
can't
show
be
you.
I
scared.
really like.
Yeah, this show you all in here.
Carmen
Yeah.
over here like.
Yeah,
I
you-
want-
Because let me
I
tell
got
you,
this year.
let me tell you, I said that in 2000. Oh shit, what was the year that they lost the World Series?
To the
2 years.
Astros.
to the Astros
Yes.
and to the Boston
The
Red Sox.
Yes, that year I kept saying that, and I really felt I fucked it up because I went. I
Oh, you
went
was at the
right.
game. You was in the playoff
Yeah,
game.
but now I was outside. I didn't get inside. We didn't get to. It was like last minute.
Them tickets hit different
Yeah.
too in the playoffs. I ain't gonna
So
hold you.
I was like, no, I couldn't. Like literally, it was impossible. They were sold out.
Yeah.
Like we
okay.
tried.
It's
We
ridiculous.
really tried.
Yeah.
But anyway, the whole time I kept saying that, and I was like, maybe I jinxed it. Like maybe I jinxed it. And I feel like there was a lot of fans that were saying like, yeah, this is gonna be easy. And
See, I don't
it
say
was
that.
sad. The drive home, fucking sad.
Facts.
Like
That's a long ass drive to be sad. Because I've had that experience of going
Like-
to Raider games. I was there when Derek Carr, we won that game, but Derek Carr had broken
I'm gonna
his
tell you
ankle.
this
I was
straight like
sick.
this. Ain't nobody ever gonna experience what I've had to endure as an Atlanta Falcon fan.
28-3
And a Super Bowl.
That's
I mean, going to
But
the
you didn't
World
have-
Series
you
and
didn't-
losing,
but you
don't,
didn't have
it
to
don't
drive
hurt.
home,
No,
though.
I did have to drive home. My ass was at a freaking party, and I'm up here doing push-ups lit. We up 28
and
to
you were
0,
lit.
damn near 3. I'm turned, and
Damn.
then it started changing. Niggas started, nigga, I didn't even watch the game in. I left at the overtime because I knew it was over. They got the ball back. I said, I ain't watching this.
Oh, yeah, you know,
I
Tom
ain't
Brady was about
Bruh,
to
I
bust y'all
couldn't
ass.
watch football for a whole
oh, that
year.
hurt. I know that.
That's why when the Dodgers go to the World Series, they lose.
Yeah.
I ain't tripping. Hey, we got there. We got cheated out of 2 of those.
that
They
hurt,
did cheat
though.
us. They
no,
did
that
cheat
was
us.
a cheat. There's still. We might get that back.
No,
'cause-
you're not getting that back. Calm that shit down. That shit over.
No, yeah,
I'm just- they not-
that
they-
was.
it happened.
I feel like that conversation is
shoulda-
getting brought back again.
We should get it back.
Y'all shouldn't. Y'all
Yeah.
lost.
We got cheated
Y'all
out of
lost.
Yeah, that was a
lost.
big
Got cheated
cheat.
out.
So
Okay.
technically, I mean, now looking back, you're like, it was as the Dodger fan, and I feel like even outside, people respect the fact that that would have been the Dodgers
Yeah, y'all
for
lost.
sure.
Carmen.
But
Let that shit go.
but that hurt
Yeah,
on the
let
way
it go.
home. I was like,
You
wow,
gotta let that hurt. You
I
gotta
ain't
let
doing
that
this
hurt
shit
go.
again.
You need to move on. It's like a relationship. Let that ex go.
What?
It's
Show me how,
okay.
because you and the Angels, like, I don't know
Wow.
how. Like,
See, he's numb to it. That's all.
that's what
I
it
am.
is.
He's numb.
Yeah.
It don't even hit like that.
It don't.
It's
We-
like.
And he got it tatted too.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So
He's
you-
like, I got Mamba mentality right here.
Okay.
We
Okay.
haven't even been. We ain't been to the playoffs since 2014.
We're not even gonna spend time with y'all right now.
That's how
Yeah,
long it's
so
been.
We not.
the Dodgers are looking good,
Yes.
and I
They
feel
are.
like this is gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
Like I said, it's gonna be rough.
I only dislike the Dodgers when we play them because
Oh,
it's-
yeah, you
as a
got
fan,
it.
I got
Yeah.
to. But from afar, I have an affinity to make sure.
You know you root
because I know
for
a lot.
us.
I know a
You're
lot of
nice.
Dodger fans. So
You a
know,
Dodger
Yeah.
fan, low key.
I'm not a fan.
I
okay.
feel like he wants to.
Yeah, I do.
But because
What?
he's so committed with his tattoo,
Yeah,
and he's like, you know what?
He can't turn back now.
Can't turn back
He can't
now.
turn
Of course
back
not.
now.
Yeah, it's tatted.
Yeah.
It's like he's married.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Bro,
I mean,
you
like-
may be entertained by that, but
Yeah.
I ain't
I'm in.
gonna take that next
You feel me?
step.
Once I'm committed, obviously.
Yeah.
That's what it
committed.
is. But that's good. I'll give you that for
I
being
respect that.
committed.
Yeah, I'm like.
Because I know you're hurt inside, but yeah.
Yeah.
So real quick before can you give us one of those crazy B95 calls? because I've texted you a few times.
Yeah.
Because this been some wild shit said on y'all airwaves. So you got one that kind of like pops.
There's a lot.
Because I'm saying I've had to text her like, Carmen, did this conversation really just happen?
You know,
or is it just me?
There's been a lot. Okay, like I've had situations where we'll play like a second date update or a War of the Roses, and then like literally I'll have a guy call up. This guy called up, and this is just one of them, but I got a better one. But the guy called up and was like, "I'm pretty sure that's my wife," and he was so like. It was like you could hear the hurt in his voice. We didn't even play it on air because we really felt like
that was his wife.
He was like, "I'm pretty sure that's my wife. Like, can I get her information?" The thing is, we cannot give information. I'm like, if you think it's your wife, then maybe you should try to start looking into that. You know? He's like, I know my wife. I've been with her for I don't know how many years. Like, that's my wife who basically she had a
second date update.
Yeah, no, it was a War of the Roses.
Okay,
but the guy, so the guy was trying to get her on the War of the Roses. And then this is apparently a guy she's with, boyfriend, girlfriend. But then the husband called us to be like, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99%.
That's, yeah. So she was caught up on two separate situations.
And she had no idea. So I don't even know how that unfolded. I don't even know if he ended up calling her up. But then the other thing we used to do is we still every now and then do it, but the Tuesday morning true confessions, when people call up and they just tell us their secret, they don't have to give us their name or anything. And this girl called up from Fresno. She lives here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Fresno, I think she said. She's been with the guy that she's with now. The baby that she had wasn't his. Oh. She never told him. And the baby's no longer a baby. He was about to be 18. So I said, well, now, because she's been getting child support from this guy. This guy swears that's his kid. And again, this could be someone you run into the grocery store, you know? So you think like, that's insane.
Somebody I coached.
Yeah.
This is out of hand.
Well, she said, I asked her, I said, look, real talk, I'm not judging you, but part of you don't feel guilty that, hey, this guy already loves your kid. No matter what, I think even if you told him the truth.
Oh, he's going to be hurt, but he's going to be still like
But he's still good. Like, there's no way he could be like, all right, I ain't talking to you no more after 17 years, you know? She's like, I got one more year. After that, if my son wants to tell him, he could tell him.
Wow. So you can put it on the son?
That's disrespectful.
Yeah. He's like, but I'm not. He's like, because the court's about to end up.
Did it just end? The battery died?
I think it did.
We didn't. Battery died.
That's messed up.
That means we went in. But anyway, the guy basically told him. Like the guy said, the girl said, yeah, I don't have no plans and I don't feel guilty. She's like, a little bit I did, but I don't feel guilty. And I don't give a fuck what happens.
Dang.
Yeah. So is that the audio too?
No, we got the audio.
We got the audio.
We got the audio.
But yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. But that those type of cases happen a lot in Fresno. We would hear a lot from women, unfortunately. When we hear about betrayal and stuff, you think instantly, oh, the man, you know, but there's a lot of women.
Oh, no, the women be out here crazy.
No, yeah.
Boy, I'm telling you.
It's sad.
These morning shows is like damn, man, because I be driving, I got the kids in the car, and I'll be like, damn, this one gonna get a little spicy. Let me turn this one down. So sometimes I'll be like, damn, I can't even listen to this whole thing because I got the kids. And
got the kids in the car. You gotta be mindful now. You got the kids in the car.
Like when I be by myself, I'm lit.
It's different.
You feel me?
Right.
Yeah. But the sad part is I didn't realize how, I knew because I feel like women are so much better at getting away with things.
Of course.
Like, so we just
y'all honestly better than guys because y'all can lie so good.
No, and what it is that we think of everything. We think of what could happen with the consequences. You guys don't. Most men.
Yeah,
my bad. Yeah, most men don't. What you're thinking of is like right now. So right now I could tap that. Fuck it. I don't care what happens after.
Yeah.
Right now, I can go and do this with this girl. Fuck it. You're not thinking about
the full
shit.
So what are you thinking then? Like, I'm not saying that.
I've actually never cheated. Actually, it was crazy, but I swear.
And she's admitted this on air. I've heard her say.
I've literally never ever cheated like till I die. And you know why? Because I feel like I've been through so much betrayal that but I have cut ties and hurt feelings.
Okay.
Because I lost feelings.
Okay.
So I had to do that, but I think they should appreciate that more than me playing you. Yeah.
I can respect that.
Yeah, so I've done that. And it's sad I feel like that alone was hard. Yeah. Like having to tell someone that's so into you that, hey,
I'm not as
into you. That hurt. I feel like that was bad. But imagine if you found out I was fucking someone else. That would have been worse, right?
I mean, I really would have. I think for me, like for you to say that, then it'll mess with me even more because it's like, damn, she just dipped on me.
I know.
And she didn't cheat on me. I would like damn near cheat. So then I could be like, she cheated on me, dog.
So you can hate me.
So I can not even hate. So I can have a reason to be like, all right, cool. Like it is what it is.
Because it's just feel like, how did I not live up to expectations?
Yeah, like
for
you, where did I drop the ball for her to not like me at all?
For you to run out of feelings?
Facts.
That's true because
hurt.
Women do get connected a lot. Like we pour a lot into the men that we date, most of us. And I feel like I never would have fallen out of love with someone. I really thought that couldn't happen to me, but it did. And this guy, I didn't realize how much more he was connected to me than I was with him. That was the problem. And I think I was like, oh, I thought we were on the same page. Like, we're having fun. He lives in LA. He lived in LA at the time. Yeah,
she was on that tomboy. I thought we chilling. I thought this.
I know.
We just having fun, like good time. No commitment. We chill.
No, there was. Here's the thing. There was commitment, and also he was talking about like he had money too. So he was like, I will move you and your daughter. At that point, I just had my daughter. He's like, I'll move you and your daughter, and you guys won't have to worry about anything. I can connect you with people out here in radio. Like you can do your thing.
Okay.
He had it all.
He had the bag for Carmen.
But he didn't have what you needed.
I don't know what it was, but and I knew him in high school when I lived in LA. I knew him in high school. It was a kind of a thing, but we never really took it anywhere. And out of high school is when we started talking. But then when I realized, damn, he's driving out here a lot. Yeah. Like he's really coming out here. And I would go over there too, but it just, I don't know. Somewhere along the lines, I was like, he's just not my type. And I felt so stuck up for saying that. I felt so like, I really was mad at myself. I was like, damn, this guy my parents liked him. Like, it just wasn't, there was something there.
But your happiness was.
Right. Yeah. When you know. You know.
But now I look back because I see him on Facebook and I'm like, I hope whoever like meets him and gets with him like makes him happy because he was a good dude. There was nothing wrong with him.
That's cute.
It was me, not you.
It just wasn't. He just wasn't for you. You know, because like you said, you've been with yours for 10 years.
Yeah.
So
and he lived in LA too. So we graduated the same year and everything, but we never talked in high school. Definitely wasn't my type in high school. He swears that he was, but he was not my type in high school. Like we just didn't.
Confidence different now.
Yeah. Like I got you for 10 years, man. What you talking about?
No, well, here's the thing. He was new too because he came from Los Angeles mid-year. So he was a senior year, he came to Northview and Covina. Yeah. And so he was like the LA kid. Because, you know, when you're in Covina, it's Covina. It's not LA. It's not
right.
LA. Yeah.
You're on the outskirts.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, you know, he's cute, whatever. He was one of my friends that I did grow up with. I was her cousin.
Okay.
He's like, oh, he's going to move here because he was bad. So his grandma sent him out to, like Will Smith, sent him out to
Bel Air.
Yeah,
basically.
Get
him out the hood.
Yep. Got him out the hood. He was getting in trouble, too much trouble, fights. He was also getting his, like, literally they would take his shoes. They would like steal, like he couldn't walk to school. And
no, that's real.
It was bad. He was in the hood. He was in West LA. Yeah. So grandma was like, you got to go. So he took him to Covina. That's when he went. And I was like, I mean, he's cute, but whatever.
Don't be. Look. Hold on. Why y'all do that? Why y'all be doing that? Y'all be like, he cute, but you know,
I was already invested in someone else.
Oh, okay, that's why.
At that time, yeah.
So he was cute, but he wasn't that cute until you know.
Yeah, like I
he had your eye.
Yeah, he was all right. Yeah, like he was. I don't know. Maybe it was his hair. I don't know. It wasn't my thing. And he swears, he's like, yeah, right, because he did have a lot of girls on him back then. Like, yeah, he probably did.
You feel me? He was out
here. He played basketball, like he was tall, you know? Yeah, but I was just like, this is just not for me. Or maybe I was just too focused in my situation, you know?
Yeah.
So it turns out we ended up graduating. He hits me up, like, on Facebook.
Facebook vibes.
Yeah.
Hey, you know how that is.
Yeah.
Got a lot of work.
That was before the DMs.
Yeah.
That was before the DMs.
No, yeah, you just got a message.
Yes.
Or a poke.
A pokey poke.
A poke? Which I'm so glad they got rid of that because that was weird.
That's kind of cool.
Like, what the fuck is a poke?
Yeah. Let me poke you. Just get your attention.
So
I
got to get your attention. I'm trying to poke.
Yeah. Why you poked me?
I'm here.
He got my attention, all right. So eventually we ended up like talking on social media. At that point, I was already invested. This is where it's crazy because I kind of wanted to have this talk about having, you know, being a baby mama, right? I didn't want to be a baby mama.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Because you're about to be a new mom.
Yeah.
So,
but here's the thing. I have I'm about to be another mom to another dad. Like a new dad. So to me, it's like that conversation is so important because I feel like I used to judge people before.
Okay.
I used to judge men, really. I'm like, how you have all these different baby mamas? But being the baby mama, you know, when I became the baby mama, I'll tell you right now, like 90% of the women don't want to just be baby mamas.
No, for sure.
A lot of the times is clearly something went wrong in that relationship. Probably came from the man because nobody wakes up and says,
Wait,
here we go.
Like nobody wants to wake up. Nobody
wants
to wake up. And
why it gotta be us?
Why it's gotta be us?
It's a lot of women who cool with being side chicks now too in 2022.
Now,
exactly.
They would love to be the baby mama and have all the fun and not the drama.
They was happy being side chicks then too.
It
just wasn't.
Okay, but it wasn't as popular. Okay,
it wasn't.
I feel like most women that have like me, right? I have 2 different kids, 2 different baby daddies. Like I didn't want that. Like
no,
that's not. I didn't wake up and say, oh, you know what? Like today I'm gonna be someone's baby mama.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
You know,
that's your mindset.
You wake up.
Well, look at Nick Cannon. So there are some women that still want that.
We can't compare real life to celebrity life because
they live different lives.
Live differently. They run from they jump to next. They date each other.
Yeah.
It's a different thing where
the
for
girls
us,
the girls aren't like, I know one of Nick's baby mama. That's why I know, like, it's not just that. Like they weren't celebrities. They weren't these big people. Some people just want that lifestyle.
Yeah.
And that's cool for them. But I'm telling you right now, like the average girl does not want to just have a kid with someone and then deuces. They want to stay. They want to make it work. I would have wanted to too, but clearly it didn't work twice.
Because that happened with me. The wife basically relatively told me, I'm not about to be nobody's baby mama.
Yep.
So it's either you gonna marry me or ain't no kid showing up.
Woo!
So I had to really sit there and think about that.
And you wanted kids too.
Yeah, I wanted a kid.
Yeah.
God damn it, I was getting older. I'm like, you know, I ain't trying to be 50 and my son 10. I didn't want to go
and
through
see,
that
she also lived through that already. Like, I don't want no bullshit.
She had her her 2 kids, my kids basically. Yeah. Their fathers was whack. She met a real one like me.
Okay.
Like,
say it with your chest.
Yeah.
Say it with your chest.
We're not going through that no more.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because these are mines and you are mine. So.
And that was hard though for her, I'm sure, because she had already went through.
Facts.
Yeah.
So she knew what she wanted.
Yeah, and she told me flat out, like, ain't no kid coming unless you put a ring on it to let me know that you
legit
that this is gonna be for real.
That's real though.
Oh, okay.
No, and some people do learn and get to that point. Trust me, I've had to live with that, you know, because I was like, I don't want to have, like, my man wanted a kid a couple years in, right? I was like, there's no way, like. I already did this shit twice.
You got to make sure. Yeah. We got to check your temperature, champ.
Yeah. And also, I was very like young, naive. Like I wasn't really taking care of myself. When I was dating my boyfriend at the time, when I had my second child, I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know, but I didn't take care of myself. I was really invested in that relationship. But then came it was a disaster. I dealt with domestic violence there. Like it was hot.
All bad.
So of course I had to leave that. I was like, all right, listen, I didn't want to be that baby mama, but I'm not gonna sit here and let someone destroy me and destroy my career. Like,
nah.
So I obviously had to step. Like I left that, right. Then I knew, I was like, I'm not doing this again. Like I can be invested with someone, but I am not about to have another child.
You can't lose you. Yeah, you can't lose you.
Yeah. So that's why 10 years later, here we are. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. So new mom.
Yeah.
Anything?
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. New mom. Anything different you're looking forward to either doing with the new mom? Because like you're in a happy relationship,
right?
So this is going to be more of a flourishing full family thing.
Yeah. Which I haven't had. Yeah, I hadn't had.
What are some of the things you're looking forward to with this whole new family aspect?
Honestly, even throughout the pregnancy, it's already different because I did it myself with both, right? With my first, I was pregnant and I had, I guess I technically tried to make it with her dad, but I knew I wasn't happy. Like I knew this is not what I wanted. He didn't like radio. He was
weird. All
bad. So I was like, I knew I was gonna dip. I was like, once my baby's here, like I'm gonna do this on my own. So I did. The second one, same thing. It was like, once I got pregnant, everything was good, and then he started cheating, and then he started controlling, and so I was like, oh yeah, it won't mix with my career, like because my career comes first. Like I can't do that. And then I also didn't want that example for my daughter. You know, like I was like, nah, this ain't happening. So I knew I had to leave. But with this one, it's different because, like you said, there was already a foundation built.
Right.
He's like you, stepped in for my 2 kids. So
That's
literally,
what's up, man. Shout out to
shout out to real men out there.
Yeah,
We out here. We
Okay,
live.
there
We
are ladies.
live.
That's why I always tell
Yeah.
ladies, like
Yeah.
there really is men
They
that
out
want
here. We out
to.
here,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, if he wanted to, he would. You know, and that's really what it was.
That's real too.
So he stepped in. Obviously, he come from someone who don't have kids, like it's very different. So I had to like warm him up. I was like, all right, I come with luggage. You know, I may have a career, I may have it for myself, and I could do this myself, but it'd be you becoming a stepdad at some point.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You gotta. I walked into that, but I walked.
It's not
into,
easy, right? Like going into that, you're like, I mean, I can do this.
Honestly, with me, it was. I wouldn't say easy, but a smoother transition because I had already been working with kids.
Right.
So working with kids, being around
yeah.
kids,
Yep.
like it wasn't so foreign to me. I just knew heading in that looking at this, there were structures that needed to be changed and implemented.
Yeah.
And my biggest thing was hoping that she didn't fight me adding more structure because they was just unstructured. That's just she
Right.
talked about all the time. And so with her not fighting that, that's what made it easy. I think if she would have fought that and we'd have had to battle me trying to help bring structure,
Yeah.
then things
been
probably
tough.
wouldn't have worked out as well as they have. So
That's true. That I think that played a big role, being on the same page with someone, because there's a lot of baby mamas and baby daddies that don't want to how can I say, they don't want to give the partner that much
Autonomy.
because
just
they're like,
that-
you just got here,
you just got here.
you don't understand this. So yeah, that plays a big role. And
Yeah.
she knew, like, hey, you know what? I don't lose anything on letting you show me
Yes.
what it is, because I've never had a man show me that.
That's real.
And I think that's why, because you stepped up and you were like, all right, I want to do this, but I want to do this right.
Right.
And you doing that, I think, made her feel comfortable and allowed her to be like, all right, you know what? He's doing this with good intention.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
real.
Same thing happened here. So that's why with my kids, like that's their dad, really.
That's what's up.
Same like yours. Yeah, that's their dad.
Those my babies.
That's dope.
So now that I have, like with you, when I remember when I met you guys, you didn't have your own.
Nope.
You didn't have, I don't even know if you guys were thinking of marriage. I honestly don't think you were
Nah.
during that time. You were having fun, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I met him at a party bus, by the way. Both of them.
Listen,
Lit.
the craziest thing was it was
Lit.
like, because
Yo.
we was already together. I'm on my way to like this training in the summer. It was July. It was around this time.
Yeah.
Around this time, 2017, I think. 2018.
Yeah.
I get the text, B95 hit me on Facebook, like, you just won. I said, what? And they like, yeah, we about to call you on the radio. I said, hold up. I was like, and mind you, I'm in the parking lot about to go to work. I'm like, what the They like, yeah. So I look at her, I said, all right. I call her. I said, hey, I'm about to be on the radio. They about to announce that I won. She said, you signed up for something? I said, I think I did on accident. I don't know, but we just won. She was like, what's the prize? I said, we're going to the Migos concert in the Bay.
In the Bay, yeah.
Get a babysitter. She was like, when we leaving? I said, tomorrow.
Yeah.
She like, I said, we going? Can we go or not? She like, yeah. Asked her mom. Rest is
Boom.
history.
Yeah, and so I remember it was a couple of winners that we had, and we took them on a party bus.
Yeah.
And I really liked his wife. Like, I knew, like, both of them really, but they both had like this dope vibe. And I was like, I like them. Like,
Yeah, man.
I fuck with them.
They're fun.
It was,
Yeah.
The Redmonds are fun.
We are.
No,
and we've
really.
been the same way
Yeah.
since day one. And like
Yeah.
when we went, because like, you know, in most situations, you don't really get the chance to like hang out with people from the radio.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
in our world, you're basically a celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like
Real
when you're a
talk.
celebrity, it's like, damn, I never get to hang out with Carmen. Or I
Yeah.
never get to do that. And so then we all got to go hang out. That was just like said like, damn, like Carmen's regular.
That's why I
And she-
like doing that, because we never really got to do that with
Yeah.
fans. And we
Yeah.
can't do that anymore. It's
Yeah,
crazy
because of the vid and all that.
everything's fucking crazy.
It's different.
Even before that, liability became
Yeah.
a thing. Like,
Yeah.
people were suing for like dumb shit, and it just destroyed the fun for that
We
connection.
had
Yeah.
hella fun. Because
Yeah,
one
we had
dude got
fun.
hella drunk and he didn't even make it. But
Didn't
that's-
make it even out of the bus.
Listen.
Yeah. And so that's why I was like, she a real one. I told him, I was like, she's a real one, because she stayed with me and helped me fucking pick up this dude's head.
Yeah.
What,
like-
you didn't make it?
No, I was good.
No. You were able to hang.
I was cool. Yeah,
They were lit. They were lit. We all kind of
lit.
were.
I can still bring up the video on my, my
lit.
IG.
Yeah,
I mean on my Snapchat. Lit.
Lit. But this dude didn't like. He got too. He
faded.
Cross-faded.
Oh.
Everything.
He was
bad. Done.
It was
So
because we did that, and then we hung out with them at the premiere for the Tupac movie, like that 2 weeks later, or something like that. And yeah, man.
So I knew, and then I went to your wedding.
Yeah, she pulled.
Pulled up to his wedding. I was like, no, I gotta go because CK really wanted to go with me.
Yeah,
he really did. We were both supposed to go, and he wasn't able to. But I showed up. I was like,
I went to them because I had told her, I was like, I got something to do. She was like, what you guys do? I said, I got something to do. They were at Jamba Juice.
Yeah.
So I was there all the time. I said, where the hell are they at? Because I was gonna pull up to the studio.
Yeah.
But when they was at Jamba Juice, I said, oh, thank you. All right, I ain't gotta go to the studio. Like Carmen, I tell him you know me.
Yeah, tell him you know me.
Yeah.
Party bus.
Yeah. Tell him you know. So I was at Jamba Juice,
Migos.
and I was like, man, I just want to invite y'all to my wedding.
Yeah, that was dope.
You know, Carmen
That's what's
showed
up.
up, and that was
So we had that connection then. I was like, oh yeah, I really like them, and I knew like there was something there. But then when you guys said marriage, I was like, oh shit, okay.
It's real.
And I remember him saying like he wanted kids. You know, I do want my, I want my kid. I want my kid. Got his kid.
Right.
got my kid.
And got a
You
boy
were
too
so
on the
excited.
first
I
one.
know on the first try.
On
that
the
was
first try,
Look at
man.
you.
And I'm one and done. Like
Wait,
you're done?
that's it?
That's
done.
it. Why?
I'm out.
Damn.
Listen, first off,
That's it.
First
You got
off.
here's how this
They
works.
ain't easy, huh?
Damn.
You
No,
got
it's-
kids?
No,
Yeah,
not yet. We
yeah.
still kidless.
So it's not even about the kid. The kid, that part.
It's 'cause you got the boy?
Fatherhood is fun. So I'm not worried about that.
But
It's the fact that I lost my best friend. We couldn't hang out. We couldn't party.
It's
we
different.
couldn't drink because
Yeah.
she was pregnant.
Yeah.
That was the most boring.
yeah, man.
9 months.
16 months. It's not 9. 9 is just the pregnancy. Then you got to go through. Hell,
After-
that shit was boring.
No, that's real. People don't think of that part.
I lost my
Yep.
best friend. We couldn't be like my graduation celebration. She couldn't drink. We couldn't party.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Yep.
You
And
just
so-
gotta adapt. That's all.
So because of that, she don't need to be pregnant again.
Man.
No. We
I'm
ain't do this
done.
again.
I don't want to. I can't. We have so much fun together
Okay.
Yeah.
that I can't.
That's true.
I say 13. That 13 months
Mm-hmm.
of not being able to us be us. Hell no.
That's
I
why
can't go
it's
through
so
that again.
important to like try to stay connected because that people don't talk about, but the whole pregnancy plus after, it's easy to lose that connection.
Yes.
It's so easy to lose that connection,
That's
and
right. Yeah.
I think because we've been together for so long, it's the only reason why it's helped us.
Right.
Because we've done all the bullshit, like we've
Yeah.
done everything. 10 years. That's a whole decade of
That's
just.
a decade right there.
Yeah,
Dead
so-
ass.
So y'all been rocking. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's with me. It was like I lost.
You didn't lose
we
it.
Were,
it was on temporary
Yeah,
time.
no,
out,
But it does
bro.
feel like you do lose
our,
that. Like
our relationship was strong.
Yeah.
throughout the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But like that extra of us hanging, doing this,
Right.
going
Yep.
like I missed that.
Like
And
the
so-
reason why you're like, I really like
Yeah.
you. I really like you.
I
You
really-
could love someone, but it's like, I really like you.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
we didn't have that because
Yeah.
we wouldn't hang. I mean, we couldn't go hang out and drink and party.
It was
and-
different.
so you may
It was
want to think
different.
about that.
Oh no, I'm good. I don't drink
Because-
no more. I do go out, but I gave up the liquor and the smoking and all that.
Okay.
So I'm pure clean.
You look
Nah.
good
Yeah,
though
thank
too.
you,
You
thank
look
you.
healthy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, not that you didn't before, but like I could tell.
Yeah,
like,
made a lot of changes, man. So my thing is
your mentality has
the
changed
mentality
too. Yeah.
has changed. Like, and then
look at him growing up.
even for DJ, like I remember him. I was with this boy when he was dealing with all them heartbreaks and next girl after this girl, and for him to be where he is now. And
Is it
it's-
crazy to see that?
Yeah, he matures so much, and
Yeah.
for him to take on because people don't realize, man, when you take on that responsibility of being a father to kids that's not
That's
yours,
not yours. Yep.
that's
a different vibe.
That's a different vibe.
Yep.
Different
I literally had so much respect for men that did that, right? But when it actually happened to me, and people like kept pointing it out, right? I was like, that's crazy. That's true. Like at any moment you could have just left.
Facts.
At any moment you could be like, this too much.
Facts.
Like this motherfucker don't
Real
listen.
talk. Real talk.
It's a
You
few
know?
situations I ain't gonna necessarily talk about it now, but
Yeah.
I'll let you know
Oh
when we
yeah,
get.
trust me, I've seen
It's
it.
where I
lived
could have
it.
walked away. I could have walked
Yeah,
away, but it was,
and then just be like, hey, you know what? I got
Washing
nothing.
my hands with it.
That's it.
Yeah, but it's like the rule went in me. It was like I'm invested into
Yep.
this because I was invested into her.
Right.
Yeah.
I was invested
Yep.
to her, and I was invested to the kids. And the biggest thing that I told her is like, my relationship with them is damn near more important than my relationship with you, because I know us.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
as
yep.
adults, we gonna have our struggles.
Right.
Yeah.
But if this relationship with these kids don't work, then there's no way for us to really work, because
real.
That's real though.
you're gonna always put them first, and I want you to always put them
Right.
first. I
Facts.
don't need to become first. They
Yeah.
are the priority. And so that was my big
Yeah.
thing.
That's a
is my
big
relationship.
understanding you have to have going into dating someone who has kids. Because before that, I was like, I ain't never dated no one who has kids, and clearly I fucking lied because I did. But
Life happens.
it's a big like you have to have that understanding going into it. It's like, okay, like you said, I know what we have here,
Right.
but this is like a whole different connection. Like you said, the structure that you had to bring in, and not many men have that, because not
Yeah.
many men work with kids like
Right.
that. You know, mine didn't have that, but he had the military background.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's what have helped. I don't know, but he also did love kids, because
That's
I
what's
knew
up.
this fool was trying to get me pregnant like year one.
Yo,
so like, I
he
knew
said,
you
yo,
wanted
I
kids.
got Carmen.
Yeah,
That's
No,
the
but
number one
thing.
draft pick.
Hey,
I
yeah.
gotta lock
though.
this up real quick.
Yeah, I'm
He
gonna
Long
lived-
term.
But see, this is why I also feel like I liked him, because he didn't know the Carmen.
Oh.
Like he didn't know none
He
of
knew
this.
Nancy.
He knew Nancy, and he knew like, oh, she does radio or whatever.
And that was it. He
in
didn't know
Fresno.
he didn't know that you really was holding down the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't know that I was like, people
You
know
was
me.
big-
you was
Like
big time.
people
You
will
was
recognize me when
big
we go
time.
out. So when he started like living that, like we'd be at the clubs and stuff, it started becoming overwhelming a little bit for him.
I can
Nah, I
see
feel
how.
More like,
Shit.
yeah, he would be like, this is weird. Like, it's weird. Like, I was like, yeah, but to me, it's like normal. You know, it's normal to
Right.
like
You
walk
just-
somewhere.
I told you you was a damn celebrity.
Right.
Yeah.
You are a
Relative,
celebrity.
no,
out
you
here.
are a
And-
celebrity.
yeah, to a certain extent, honestly, yes.
Yeah.
But
Ain't no certain
To a
extent.
certain extent.
yeah,
This is your city.
Yeah.
True,
This
true.
is your
I
city.
get it.
now.
When people cross that line and they,
Yeah.
and I should say Fresno, we have entered Carmen's realm.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
That's
how I feel.
real.
That's
So
just
that's-
let you know.
So that's why I was trying to like, I wanted him to come out so he could see that. Like,
Right.
so eventually,
Introduce him to it.
yeah, like, hey, this is like the norm. And eventually he started getting used to it. But at first it was hard. It was like, even dating in general, being in radio here, being Carmen, it was hard because I did try to date, and there was certain dudes that just were like, I don't like the attention.
Yeah.
And I can't do it. And I was like, listen,
Poor little tink tink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta ask this though, since
Yeah.
we talking about pregnancy, a big thing just happened yesterday, and I wanted to
Yeah.
hear from your perspective the
Yeah.
Roe versus Wade decision
Damn
that got
dummies.
overturned
Yeah.
yesterday. You being a mom and you having that power of choice.
Yeah, I'm hurt because listen, when I was young, I had to have an abortion. I didn't have to have. I chose, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if I hadn't done that, like there's a lot of things that would have just screwed over my life. Like it just would have been. I knew I had that, right? And the fact that I had the choice, though, right, to do that, to go in and do that, and not have to worry about someone telling me I couldn't. Like I can't even. So to think that now, right? Because I forgot what city it was or where it was.
Texas, right? It was.
Is it?
Is it Texas that it was the whole stuff was going down?
Where
Was it?
literally they were like, anyone who had appointments, they're canceled. All the appointments are canceled. So all those people that were thinking they were about to have,
Yeah.
Like
it's,
that,
It's the dumbest thing. I mean,
It really is.
Our governor, Mr. Newsom, he's not going for it. He's because they basically left it up to the states to decide.
yeah,
Right.
yes,
So Newsom saying he's going to ride with what the normal he is. If you want to make that choice, then
Yeah.
that's your choice,
Right.
and we'll live with it. But like for these other states to feel like
that's sad.
they have to have control and dictate what a woman does.
Yep.
Like y'all are out here rabbit ass mom.
And then
Right.
we think about like the future too, right? So yeah, they don't want you to go through with this, but they're also not giving assistance outside of that.
Right.
So the baby's here now. What?
Now what?
Man.
Now what? Like there, people struggle to take kids to preschool. People struggle for daycare. People struggle for all these things. And a lot of the times when women want to make that decision to not have a child,
Right.
it's because they think of those things. They think of, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm
Right.
not gonna be able to provide. I can't be a mother. I'm not fit for being a mother. Some people, there's people who are dealing with addiction.
Yeah.
They're dealing with whatever, right? And for whatever reason, they know that it's best for them not to become someone's parent at the moment.
Right.
So for them not to have that choice, like that's mind blowing. And I feel like something's got to give. Like something's gonna change because there's no fucking way that you could tell people, hey,
You can't.
We don't want you to kill your baby, but we also don't give a fuck what happens after it gives. Like
right.
what? Like
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
You got to put in an application to apply. Whether it's in some states, you
Yeah.
got to apply, and it has to happen right then and there to let them know that whether you was raped or whether this was incest. Like you have to apply.
Yeah.
I gotta. So
That's
she
crazy.
has to apply.
That's crazy.
To let you know whether
Yeah.
she was raped or whether this is an incest situation.
Yeah.
Like that is.
Like I
kidding
feel like
me,
that's
bro?
just so ass backwards. Like how are
Yeah.
you? To me, when I saw that, I was like, "There's no way. Like this can't be real. This just cannot be real."
And some states are really rocking with it.
Yep.
No,
like,
real talk.
It's like people have to literally leave that state to go somewhere else to get this.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking sad. That's a whole situation too that happened with like Planned Parenthood.
Mm-hmm.
If Planned Parenthood didn't exist at the time that I wanted to do what I did, I don't know what the fuck I would have done. Because honestly, it's one of those situations where like, you don't know what someone else is going through. You don't know what's happening or why they're choosing this. They just know that they're not fit to be that right now.
Right.
And for you to tell them, nope, sorry, you have to. Like that's, and then we're talking about kids too. There's like literally kids that are like 14, 15 having kids or that are not ready to be parents.
Right.
You know, and they want to have that like, oh shit, I didn't know. Nobody talked to me about protection. And so
Right.
now here I am pregnant, but hell, I could just go get an abortion. No, you can't. Like what?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. It's fucking sad. It's the sad days that we're living in now because you think we've gotten so ahead, like women having rights and being able to do for ourselves, and for this to happen, it's
Right.
like,
Try to roll that shit right back away. Like, come on.
but why? Like, what's the reason, right? Like
Right.
you
Control,
Power.
man.
Power. You know,
it just makes no fucking sense, especially because they don't have a plan with it. So
Right.
you're just telling these people they gotta have this child, but don't have a plan for them outside. Because if you have a child, like when I had my child, I was 21, didn't have insurance, didn't have any of that stuff. Like there's no talk about that. So how come it's priority to have a child, but it's not priority to live this life in this
Right.
world? You know, like.
Yeah.
That to me is mind blowing. So
It's crazy.
yeah, it's fucking sad, and I feel like something's got to give. There's no way that they can continue to have something like that. I can't believe it. We're in 2022 and still having this topic. This conversation is still a conversation. Like why it should have never been like this. And I just think you think back in the old days, right, when this didn't exist, people were having like 13 kids.
Yeah.
Like that was something that they didn't have a choice. Like it just happened.
Yeah.
We live in a world now where we can control certain things. And if, accidents, mistakes happen, unfortunate situations happen where someone becomes pregnant, you should be able to say, I am not ready.
Right.
And I can't make this happen. So yeah, it's unfortunate. And I feel for all the people, especially when I heard that news. I forgot what state it was in, but when I heard that they had canceled all those appointments, for the people that were ready, can you imagine what they're feeling right now? Like, wait, you're telling me I got to go another week, another month or whatever with this pregnancy, knowing that this is not what I want? Like, that's so fucked up.
Put people in real bonds.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's
so I
super
feel
crazy.
like fuck them. That's what I feel.
I feel it. Hey, that's
yeah.
real.
I'm only saying.
That's real. I always say you should never take somebody's choice away. Now, what they choose to do and how you view it, that's up to you. But the choice should God even gives us free will.
Yeah.
He don't take that away from nobody. You could choose to be like, all right, or you could choose to do that. But I that's where I'm at with it. But it's just tough. It's just tough when you're taking the choice out of somebody's hands and saying, we're going to choose for you.
For you. That's insane. And then make that choice for you and you're on your own.
Right.
Like how? It doesn't make any fucking sense. And
That's
it's
crazy.
sad. And I honestly, we always talk about like prayers. Let's pray for these people. And we do that, but there's only so much prayer can do too. We got to be able to do something here in this world we're living in. But we got our foot on this land right now. And this is what the movement is what's happening now.
Right.
I mean, let's be honest. I pray for everything. Trust me, I do. But I feel like this is like, there's got to be fucking action. And now you're seeing all these people protesting. You saw that what happened in the freeway yesterday. It's like, I can't go as far and doing something like that, but I can't blame them either.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Because at the end of the day,
it's tough.
You're having that conversation and you're making people think like, okay, maybe there is a way we can stop this,
Yeah.
So
No, that's real. But not to segue from something serious to something less serious.
How we close out the show right here.
Okay.
This is how we close him out.
This is The hot seat.
This is hot seat.
Okay, damn, it feels hot in here. What is the hot seat?
Yeah, so the hot seat is rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Yes.
It's sometimes it's more than one choice, but you got to make a choice.
Yes.
Okay.
And you're not sitting here. Well, maybe.
We ain't taking away no choice here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we gotta
You gotta answer.
Okay.
You don't
One
have
or the other.
One or the other.
Shit.
Or
No
two.
explanations.
No explanation.
You just gotta pick.
Yeah.
No explanation.
No
Yep.
explanation.
No
You can
explanation.
Tell us later
I mean, you
on.
can tell. Yeah.
Okay.
But we don't give a damn at the moment.
Give it to me.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna hit you with a softball.
Softball. I
Softball.
love it. I love it.
Cold Stones or Yogurtland?
Ooh.
Since you all pregnant at all.
Shit, being pregnant, hands down, Yogurtland.
Yogurtland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that feels a little healthy.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna tap back into your youth. B2K or Pretty Ricky? As a group?
Ooh.
B2K.
Okay.
Man,
B2K.
these are some soft butter biscuit questions
That's what
right
I'm
here,
saying.
man. How hot is this?
I got you. I got you. Interview your favorite celebrity or Game 7 Dodger World Series behind the plate tickets.
Game 7. Yeah. Dodgers.
That's a real Dodger fan right there.
That's
No.
a real because you don't sit down with your favorites. So you can literally sit down with your favorite celeb.
Yeah, no. You know why? Because I think I've done so many interviews with some great people. I've interviewed, this is what I do every day. If You know what I'm saying?
Soft butter biscuit questions.
Hey, listen,
it
Probably
ain't got
wouldn't be.
hot.
I got you.
It's
I
a
got
little
you.
warm right now.
This one right here, if she answers this one quickly, then I'm going to leave.
What you got?
I got to listen. Here we go. This is one person you get to bang, not bang like as sexual, like bang and listening. One person you just kind of listen to, and then the last person, the catalog has to go. Okay? Drizzy, Breezy, Chris Brown, Drake, or Usher. One you can bang, one you just listen to, and one has to go.
Damn.
Okay. It finally got hot.
Okay, hold on. So one I can.
We talking road trip music. This the one that's gonna get banged. Like you gonna throw that on first. The
Okay.
next one is, my little follow up, and one catalog you ain't even gonna touch.
And so we're talking Drake, Chris Brown.
And Usher. These is catalogs.
Okay. So I'm gonna say. Oh, shit.
About time, man.
Hey, listen, I just
Took about 3-4 questions in, man.
Okay, I'm very, very loyal to Usher.
Okay.
Right?
She's loyal.
Because if you go and look at my recent listen, Usher's always there.
Okay.
Like as the go-to.
Oh, so Usher gonna get played.
Yeah.
Oh, so now you down to Breezy
Yeah.
and Drizzy. Damn. And Chris Brown album bang
Team
right now too.
Team Light
Chris
Skin.
Brown's album right now,
It's
yes.
fire.
It hit.
Yeah, because Drake disappointed.
That's because it wasn't for us.
It wasn't
but
for
we'll
us.
get
It
into
wasn't.
that.
That's
It
true.
wasn't
Yeah.
for
It
us.
was for back.
Okay, so I would say, fuck, but Drake had some.
You talking about catalog?
We talking the
We ain't
catalog.
talking about albums. We talking about catalog.
We talking about the whole shabam. Yeah, I knew this was gonna be tough. I knew this was gonna be
Okay, I would probably get rid of. Fuck. Hold on. I don't know if I could get rid of Chris Brown.
She going through the litany.
She about to reconsider her loyalty right now. Though.
Okay.
You know,
Fuck it. I'm gonna get rid of Chris Brown. I know, and here's why.
no explanation.
No, why? Okay, no explanation.
No explanation.
No explanation.
So Drake would be the go-to, like the
Yeah,
list.
yeah,
It's
so,
a
yeah.
bang.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you going?
Yeah.
You banging Usher.
Yeah.
You listen to Drake.
Yeah.
We getting rid of Chris Breezy.
Yeah, and that hurt. That hurt because
That hurt me.
I know
That hurts.
hurt.
You know why it hurt too? Because the whole conversation of like, oh, he's the next Michael Jackson, and people are like, oh, how could you compare the two? That conversation to me
It's real.
is real because Chris Brown,
he's beyond talented.
like beyond talented, and
Yeah.
we're not just talking about like musically. Like this
Everything.
dude, everything. He's a whole package.
Mm-hmm.
He's done a lot of shit that,
Yeah.
even though people don't want to talk about it, Michael probably couldn't do.
Right.
Listen, man.
So that
took it
conversation
to
is
another
very
level.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the last one, and I think this one is hard, but your all-time favorite Fresno concert. 'Cause
Ooh.
we've had some heavy hitters come out here.
Yeah, shit.
What is your all-time favorite concert? Because you get to go and hang out and be a part of the ambiance.
Damn, Drake. You know why too? This
That
is sad. I've
concert
never
was
talked
lit.
about this. Yeah. I
I'm
would
still
say,
mad I didn't go to that, but that's
Best concert I ever went to.
I followed him. Like I went to the Fresno one, I went to the LA one. because the reason, maybe because I was doing stuff I shouldn't do, right? So when I say I was feeling it, like, obviously we all knew every single fucking record that Drake had back then. What year was that? What year was that?
It was like 2019.
No.
It was like
20.
No.
I got you.
20,
I got you.
Before that one though, like he had a couple.
I was in a relationship and I
because he brought out Kendrick Lamar and stuff. J. Cole.
I was in a relationship and I paid for her to go with her best friend instead of going because I was like in the doghouse. So I was being nice.
Oh, you had to get out of the
doghouse. I sent her to the damn concert.
Oh, and you didn't go.
I didn't go.
Damn.
You missed out.
I sent her to the concert,
No,
and to this day, I'm still mad.
I'm gonna tell you this: every song was getting sung.
This was either 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
So it had to be before your relationship.
Yeah.
Would you say that?
Yeah, because no, it was.
That was at the time.
Yeah.
So it was either 2011, 2012, one of them years.
I think it was 2012.
Yeah.
Because we were
2012.
kind of fresh. Yeah.
2012.
And he was like a diehard Drake fan.
Yeah.
And
I'm still hurt.
yeah. But the reason why that was so good is because we knew every single record, like you said,
every time,
like
all of them.
feature,
Every feature, bruh. It felt so.
He talks
intimate.
to the audience.
Yo,
like
Drake is a great performer. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah.
That's why, like right now, the next time he's on tour, I don't give a damn what's going on in my life.
But you ain't gonna probably hear those songs. You're gonna hear a lot of.
That's the only thing that.
Yes. He may drop a couple, but he about to transition. Drake is in the transition.
He's gonna transition to this new. But if he I feel like Drake should stick to that because the people know and love you for all the old shit that you did.
That's what I'm saying. I can't wait to go to my Drake.
So you never seen Drake?
I've never seen Drake.
Oh man,
You're
isn't
bugging.
that's one that you gotta go.
Yeah.
Even
like
if
I said,
it's not here.
My favorite concert so far out here was Chris Brown. The one when he came out.
Chris
here.
Brown
and I went
though
with
too.
the wife. That was so.
He's
lit.
a great performer too. I went to that one.
I went to that one and I also followed him too. I went to the Bay, but oh man, and I love that he did his old stuff
that little thing.
Yeah,
you know,
it was
all that stuff.
I got some good footage on that, and I look back at it now, like because one of them kind of went popular on TikTok, and I look back at the video, I'm like, he is so fucking talented.
No, that boy different.
And being in his presence was like, it was just dope, man. It was yeah.
For real.
So I would say Drake probably. I saw Kendrick when he had like Section 80. You know, that was back in the day.
Because he brought out Kendrick.
Yeah.
That's when it was like
out here. He brought out Kendrick out here.
Yeah,
bro. Kendrick and J. Cole
out here.
That was here.
Yeah. So, but that was like
real talk.
We were barely like getting to know who Kendrick was. Yeah. So like, it ain't even the Kendrick we probably
know right now.
There's two different people.
Yeah, I gotta go to a Drake concert.
Yeah, you missing out, bro.
But that Drake one was good. But I really I'm really hurt that I had to pick between Drake and Chris Brown.
That's the whole point of the point of the topic.
Because if you think about it, right? Here's my explanation behind that, even though we're not supposed to have one.
Oh, it's over now.
It's over now. You got to
I know, because look, Drake has moved me in ways that Chris Brown can't. It hasn't in a long time.
That sounds personal, right there. That's like that dude that you let go, and now you in your new situation. Like,
he was cool.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. That does sound like that. Yeah. No, but the reason why I say that is because
but, this new thing that I got going on,
it just moves me differently.
Because if you think about it, though, with Chris Brown, right? Yes, we all know he's mad talented. We know he's probably one of the fucking greatest. Like everything he does, right?
Upper echelon.
However, can you tell me that you've connected with all the albums he's dropped? Because one thing about Chris Brown is he's gonna drop music, and he's had albums that I just didn't connect with.
Yeah,
and so that's why I chose, because I have,
because you legitimately, because like you can look at Chris Brown's album catalog, and it's like, damn, okay,
that was
cool. He had some couple of songs on there,
but.
If we go from Take Care,
bruh,
fucking with Drake is
this is the only album that I didn't connect with, and even still with this one, I could give it some vibes.
Yeah,
if I'm going to the gym, play some Drake in the gym. Oh, bro, you be.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You just know what you're gonna get from Drake.
Yeah,
and like
well, we didn't know we were gonna get this from Drake though.
No, we didn't. No.
I'm just saying as we've grown and he hit us, it's like this what we getting.
He's diversifying our palette.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
Yeah, man.
Isn't that crazy though? How him and Beyonce were kind of on the same lick, like they were literally kind of the same.
Bro, they ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Like that.
They know what they doing.
Because they don't like they're not unless they're working with people that have
they working.
Because it's a trip how they both had the same vibe. Like, and when Drake dropped it, I don't know, maybe he knew about Beyonce, and that's why he's like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this before, so you guys don't think I took it from her.
Yeah, that's what I had to like.
Or he dropped it knowing that hey, it's gonna be safer now because I dropped it. Now they're checking for music like that.
Okay, yeah.
Now
that's true.
Beyonce, now it's everybody looking like, oh, snap, this is where the music may be.
But also, I feel like Beyonce's not gonna, she's not gonna do what Drake did with that album.
Nah.
Because I feel like Beyonce, that song is in itself, but everything else may be different because she's got to know.
Because she did a Spanish album, so
that's true.
Anything's possible.
She's been away from us since the pandemic.
Yeah,
well, not away from us like that, but like so she's been cooking.
But she's also been watching too.
That's what I'm saying. She's been cooking and watching. So you know when Bey come out, she ain't coming out to be nice. She ain't coming out to play with y'all.
She is the Jay-Z of R&B for females.
Yeah.
I really feel like she would. I
want to see her live too because I've heard her.
Oh my God, live is crazy. I did one Beyonce concert, and you just can't stop staring. Like you're just like, wow.
You're in a trance.
Because people, it's a hype, right? People are like, oh, it's Beyonce, but when you're there, you're like, what the fuck? Like
it's
a movie.
She's magic. Like
it's a movie.
It's like seeing someone like Michael Jackson back in the day. Like you were a big fan of Michael Jackson back in the day. You're looking at like, wow, this man is a fucking genius. But then you look at Beyonce when you're in these days, right? You're looking at Beyonce perform. Yeah. And you're like, this girl is fucking genius. Like she really is. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing with the background dancers. Yep. She knows that she's got to do the whole performance, but then she got the fucking vocals. Like this girl is amazing.
It's lit.
Definitely one I would recommend to watch live. Even if you go like with your girls, say, hey, my girl's the one that wanted to come. Shit, you know I'm here.
Yeah, facts.
Me and the wifey, all that's on the table. Man,
you better take your girl to the Beyonce concert.
You better take her to Beyonce.
You better stop playing. I'll babysit the kids if you need me to. Uncle Daddy come over there.
You got a babysitter already.
I got you, man. I got Jack, so we good. We good.
We gotta go. No,
baby, I come over there babysit.
Taking a wife out.
They still eat McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? They eat McDonald's.
I
got you. I bring the food, pizza.
Daddy's gonna be an uncle for the day.
They be sleeping everything. Then by the time y'all come back, you know what I'm saying? Do come back though.
We coming back.
Don't leave me out there with the kids the whole damn day. All night. It's like 6 in the morning. Yo, babe. Me and the wife, we about to go to the Snooty Fox real quick. We be there in a minute. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, but
we hang out, so going places with her is like that's the homie.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. That's how our vibes are. That's the homie. So.
Now Beyonce, you got to make that happen.
You got to make
and the Drake too. Although I don't know, because the last Drake concert I went to was at the Staples Center. Damn, what was
Crypto.com. Make sure.
Oh, but it was Staples Center still.
Yeah, okay, it was Staples Center. There.
Right.
Yeah, it was because
crypto just got changed.
Yeah, it just got changed.
But it was recent. I feel like I went. It was like
had to be last year.
Was it pre-COVID?
No. It was last year when he dropped the album. Drake don't usually drop an album the next year.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't really count this as an album, because usually Drake let his songs marinate for about 2-3 years. Yeah. Then the streets be wanting some Drake. So this one, that's why I'm like,
he may not do. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Maybe he's. This wasn't it. We're getting from Drake. We're getting more. But the last time I seen him, he still did his old stuff, but it was a lot of the newer Drake. But yeah, you know who I really want to talk about though, because I know people still feel some type of way. But like R. Kelly, right? Let me ask you guys this.
Okay.
Who would R. Kelly go up against if he
versus?
did?
Versus?
Yeah. And this is like R. Kelly. We're not talking about his personal life and the bullshit.
We're just talking R. Kelly.
R. Kelly's music catalog. Who can you pin him up against?
Okay, that's tough. R. Kelly?
His if you really look at his catalog,
it's endless.
And just his music. Like we're not even talking about features, just his music.
God.
Who would you guys think he would go good up against a versus battle?
Honestly, that's a hot seat question. I don't think nobody can live up to R. Kelly's catalog. That man is he's a pioneer for a reason.
Yeah,
like real talk. When you look at his catalog from year to year to end, there's nobody that can touch his catalog that's close.
Well, because in a verses, we looking at 20 songs. right?
Right.
If we was to do just a verses.
And
right?
then that's the whole thing too. He's got to pick 20 songs.
He's got to pick 20.
And
So,
you know they're going to be hits.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in a verses with 20 songs,
And they're an R&B singer.
I think honestly,
Yeah, I gotta be R&B.
honestly,
Usher?
No, it'd either be Usher because the only other person that can touch him for 20 songs currently have to be Drake. That's the only
No,
person.
but they won't do Drake in them.
No, yeah.
I'm just saying, but that's how far fetched would have to be. The only person that I believe currently right now to go 20 songs.
It's got to be Usher.
It'd be Usher as far as the R&B.
Yeah.
But just like if you just want to make a battle, it would have. That's the only person that you know that when Drake drops 20, we all gonna be singing along. And when Kels drop 20,
that's
we all
that's
gonna be
good
20
thing.
songs. That's what I'm saying. That's the only person I think because Usher.
But Usher, I think, would be because of the R&B.
Yeah,
Like,
because it's R&B.
I'm just saying like an R&B battle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Usher.
Yeah.
But like if we really just trying
Talking
to
about
go
hits?
person for person, that can really just. So when we sitting there like, oh, this gonna be, we here tonight.
Right.
yeah.
It'd have to be Drake
Yeah.
for us to be here tonight.
I
Usher
just
gonna make
can't-
it interesting.
It would make it. It would. I don't know. I feel like it would be the connection would be so weird with both of them.
Yeah.
Right. Because with
It'd be
I
different.
think it was Lil Boozy who brought it up, and it made me think. I was like, yeah, who the fuck could with Kels?
It's rough.
Yeah.
We'll be thinking about that forever.
Yeah, you got to think about that one.
But
But
anyway,
here,
man, we want to thank our sister
yeah,
for coming in,
this is fun.
coming
It's
in,
fun.
during her pregnancy, y'all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
She out here with us.
When the baby due?
Yes.
September.
Oh, it's round the corner.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
like
you got
it's,
the summer pregnancy Fresno baby.
it's like
know.
a summer / almost fall baby.
Yeah.
For real. I
In
was like,
between.
I really did not want to be pregnant in the summer, but God had different plans for me.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus, and then this is like we're barely getting to the peak of like the fucking Fresno heat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay my ass inside
No,
as
I
much
feel
as
that.
possible.
I
'cause
definitely feel that.
Yeah, you do that because that's
Definitely.
That's
Gotta
gonna be
make
a
sure.
rough time.
What are you having, boy or girl?
Girl.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm probably my last. So
That's it.
I'm tapped out.
You see,
tapped
don't,
out?
Don't come,
Tapped
don't
out.
come for me.
you
when
tapped
you're
out.
done too.
What
Yeah,
if he
but
want
see-
a boy? You gonna try to give
my
it another
son
try?
really wanted a boy. Like he was so hurt that it was a girl, and it made me really be like, you know what? I would want a boy too because my son deserves it.
Okay.
But fuck no, no, not doing it. This has been the hardest pregnancy for me, like in every aspect. Maybe because I'm older. I mean, I'm only 35, but
Yeah,
still,
you ain't even that old.
but it
No,
definitely
it hit
feels.
different when
Hit
you
different.
get there.
Oh
man. I ain't
damn!
gonna hold
Every
you.
part has been different.
Wake up and be feeling like, why am I in pain right
Yeah,
now? I'm
yeah,
real talk.
everything. And that's like before baby, right?
Yes.
So when you include like
Baby?
you're growing a whole human,
Yeah.
yeah, it's been hard. It's been so tough. So no more. This is my last. This is my
Yeah.
final.
Because Carmen's hilarious.
Yes.
I can't.
On IG.
Yes.
Because her fans was attacking her about what she was eating. And
Oh
she
yeah,
had
they
to
were
drink.
letting me have it.
Yeah.
They're like, girl, this is what. Then you wonder why you complain.
Yeah.
Don't you have IBS? Like, bitch, let me eat.
Dang.
Okay, I'm pregnant.
Damn.
But here's the thing too. I get it though because like I can't even be mad at the fans because it's true, man. Like. I do this shit to myself, you
Yeah.
know.
No, I
but I'm
feel
also
it.
pregnant. Like I gotta eat.
You got it. You got to.
Live your life.
Like I'm
Definitely got
lactose
to.
intolerant. This never stopped me from having milk. You know, like
Yo, you crazy now.
no, I can't. No, I can't have
Wow.
milk. Like I don't drink
Okay.
milk. But I'm saying like it's never stopped me from having dairy. Like I
Got
still
you.
have ice cream.
Yeah.
But I have my
Get you some
lactate
Ripple.
pills on.
Get you some Ripple.
What is that?
It'll change your life.
What
Wait,
the hell
what
is
that?
Ripple?
Get you some Ripple vanilla ice cream, and you'll never go back to vanilla. You will never go
Because I
back to
haven't
ice cream.
tried like
I'm telling you right
Ripple
now,
vanilla
whenever
ice
you
cream.
can, go to Sprouts or somewhere.
Ooh.
I had a bay, go to
Sprouts.
Sprouts. Get you some Ripple.
I'm gonna try that.
It's in a blue container. It's vanilla ice cream. It'll change your life.
And it's not dairy.
It's not dairy. It's made with coconut milk,
ooh, that's probably good.
and it's fire.
Yeah, because it's been hard to find like
Good ice cream.
That's
why you like
dairy-free.
Yogurtland
Hey,
right now.
that's why
Holla
I like
at
Yogurtland. I was
look,
gonna say.
holla at your boy. I got you. Hey,
Okay.
That's the
we
nutritionist.
don't do no
Yeah.
dairy over here. It's all oat milk or
Yeah.
almond milk.
That's all I have.
I
at
do.
home,
I drink
too.
all I do is drink.
I even stopped doing the
Yeah.
gluten too. The gluten is got.
But gluten has everything has gluten though. It's
I know,
so
but
hard.
when you eat it without gluten, it'll hit different,
Really?
and it helps your digestive system.
No, yeah, you don't feel
I
that
haven't.
bloat.
I haven't
Yep.
got there yet of eating clean.
He's like, I'm barely on the oat milk right now. I'm trying.
I just started
Anyway,
liking
man,
almond milk.
we gonna let our sister get out here.
Yeah, I gotta pee.
Yeah, so she can so she can go, but we gonna have her on
Yes.
definitely soon. It's not soon because she got to do what she got to do, but
Yeah.
after,
Yeah,
we're gonna
man.
bring her back on here, man. Tell her that we know where to get in contact with you.
Yeah.
Just for some people who probably don't listen to the radio no more. Tell them where they can get in contact with you.
You can find me at CarmenOnAir on everything,
Yes.
on Twitter, Instagrams. I'm going to start my podcast back up after I have the baby because ain't no more work for me. I'm
feel
tired.
that.
I could barely do my morning show and midday show. But yeah, so CarmenOnAir on everything. It was a pleasure, guys. It was fun. I had fun.
Oh man,
Appreciate
that's
you.
the vibe
This
we
is
wanna
good.
give. That's the vibe we wanna
I
give.
want you guys to grow.